Meet at the venue, walk to...
Play some music. Hey, that's a weird story. That's not for me to tell.
Oh, I got you.
Nope. They said no, so they can't hear it. I'll tell you this. Hey, so what if they can't hear us?
That'd be funny. They're trolling us.
What about now? Can y'all hear now? I think they can hear now.
This is how we do it.
All right, just because like I had some.
It's
fire points I
Friday
wanted to talk to y'all about.
night.
Did either
Yeah,
of
can
y'all
y'all hear now? What
Right.
about now?
Got the ladies in the best side. First one to hear me gets a shouts out, and by shouts out I mean, hey, thanks for saying that.
I think it's going. It seems like it's going.
You said no.
Brian Chance, he's in the
What
chat
the
tonight.
fuck?
Two str- Come
Bleeding
through.
screen.
Code word.
Now it's
Bleeding
in.
screen.
They said they. WNBA Western Conference semifinals intramural charity game
Keep talking.
2014.
Three-year-old girl that fell off a balcony trying to.
Yeah, she was in Mexico.
A yoga pose broke 110 bones.
What's up, Austin?
Like on the edge?
Oh no.
Yo.
Hey, no.
She was doing, dude.
Okay,
It was the-
hold on. If me and Tom are on the
Bro.
balcony and here's the glass.
I'm a stunner,
her
dog.
foot-
That ain't no
her
stunt. That's
foot
just.
was hanging on the balcony and then she was on the back side. And
Wait,
so
like her foot, like she was hanging.
her
from
foot
this?
was on. So me and Tommy are on the balcony. Her foot's on the balcony. And the rest of her body is hanging on the back side. Broke 110 bones, falling 80 feet.
It's like the people that do the videos where they're hanging off cranes. And shit.
I don't know. The crane, you kind of. That's like
The
a
crane.
passion thrill. The patio,
me.
you're just kind of an idiot.
No, she. No,
You
this
know,
girl.
like, that's kind of like stunt bike riding.
So-
There's kind of a little
Let
bit.
me do some yoga
Yeah.
off the building.
Hey, he said camera turns off the audio.
I had to add the podcast microphones to each fucking screen, so I have like the camera view, the screen view, and then the waiting screen. I had to add it to each one.
Actually, technically, he
I
said,
think,
"Yo,
I don't
camera,
know why I didn't do
turn
that first.
off
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
audio."
Yeah.
It's on all of them now.
Check
I have
it.
on all of them.
I know, but
It's
when
pod,
it's
audio.
All screens good
See,
now.
whenever you switch,
Does it cut them off?
it's
Hello.
you'll see audio input capture.
Sorry, our
3,
AV guy's kind
audio
of drunk,
input
dude.
capture, and then
Kinda. He's
It's
hammered.
a-
Our
it's a
AV
very
guy
tough
is
one.
hammered. Our AV guy cannot drive home.
Uber.
Is this right? Someone's gonna be like admissible. Like, hey, is this you driving home that Wednesday night? Yes, Your Honor.
This is a good way.
Jesse,
Uh,
I thought you went to college for this.
Right.
You fuck.
Coolidge.
No, hell no, pimp. I ain't
Hell
no shit.
nah, man.
Goddamn
Bro,
stupid.
they
I got a
talked about trying to
PhD.
forget student loans. Come on, guys.
Not happening.
Yo, they
Hey,
they better
Trump
double
signed-
student loans.
Hey, Trump signed an
Right?
executive
Fair
order the other
shit.
day forgiving student loans for injured veterans, though.
Permanently disabled
Boom,
veterans.
boom.
Like, dude,
Okay, I respect that.
like to an extent. Like, dude, I thought they already had that shit done.
I thought that was a given.
Like, clearly that guy's not paying you back, homie. It's like, you know, like these are people that like really gave a
yes,
lot.
sir. Yes, sir. All right, we're live, boys.
We're live.
Boxing bullshit, episode 36. I wasn't gonna count this as a shooting blanks because we're not doing the shooting blanks type shit today.
Yeah.
The name's
We're
Bikes
shooting
and-
real bullets today.
Yeah, we're shooting real bullets.
Lead, slugs, conspiracy slugs.
Conspiracy
Getting
slugs.
real.
All
I have
right,
a feeling
so,
this is gonna be like a 3-hour episode.
No.
we
Wow
gotta cut it
needs
off.
me.
We gotta cut it off. We gotta cut it off early.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm
What time you good till?
Ideally whenever my queue's up, so we're good.
Fuck you.
For y'all that don't know, I'm in queue right now waiting for WoW Classic. It's about an hour wait, so.
Tell you when the queue's over.
Jesus.
Oh, I got it right here. I realize I can have my laptop in front of me, and they'll never know that I'm.
I was
looking at my
wondering why
World of
you were talking about
Warcraft
that
queue.
earlier. I was like, why would you not just have it in front of you?
I didn't think.
You do that a lot, man. You do that a lot.
I do that a lot, guys. I do that a
Yeah.
lot. But I have papers in front of me now, so I can do this, and it looks a little more official.
Yeah.
That's kind of sweet.
So here on Bikes and Bullshit, half the name is bullshit. So today we're gonna talk about bullshit.
And bullshit. That's a 1/3. It is half.
Yeah, good point. What are we talking about when we talk about and? Nothing.
Damn.
That's
comedy.
that's relationship advice.
So today, conspiracy theory episode.
Dum dum dum.
Breaking news.
I like how we
not
have our
breaking
own individual noises on
If
how we see
you
that.
conspire to the dark side,
Twilight
you're now
Zone.
entering
I read
the bullshit zone.
bathroom
Zone.
once.
the bullshit zone.
Damn, we should have music made for this.
Dude, I'm sure there's an app for this, right?
Jesse, you're slacking on that soundboard, dude. Like we make 2 jokes a show. and
Jesse,
we
why haven't you
still
just
have
made a soundboard over there?
Yeah, for
An
real.
online soundboard.
Online soundboard? Is that a thing? Can you do that?
He's like, fuck, okay, I will. Damn, Jesus Christ. So, boys, Evan, you dive into conspiracies too much or no? You don't take me as somebody who does.
I would say I definitely am interested in them, but I am a person that's better off when I'm around guys like you, because you
Don't-
tend to be more, more.
I'm just spitting
informed.
shit out. I just spit shit out of
It's
my
a
mouth.
lot to
No.
take in.
It is.
I could say with you guys, I'll sometimes like say something and then you'll repeat, like you'll have rebuttal. And I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, that was so stupid. I
I
can't
take
say
a
these
little
things.
about
I see that
a lot
too.
in, so I have like a little bit about a lot of things, you know.
I'm trying to
I
find
know-
a soundboard on here. It's not working.
Just downloading an app over there. Jesse's over there putting viruses.
Soundboard.com.
Jesse's over there putting viruses on my computer trying to make a
Okay,
soundboard. I love it, man.
Good hustle. Good
That's from-
hustle.
Yeah, dude, don't use that soundboard. That one's made from the man, dude. He'll fucking get you. So, Tom, you like conspiracy?
I
theories?
wear a size large tinfoil hat. Backwards.
I think it's
Perfect.
kind of a one size fits all type.
No,
thing.
you gotta adjust it. You gotta squeeze it on your little head.
Did you have the
Snapback,
Alex
fitted.
Jones
We
Wait,
should have
with
worn the tinfoil hats, dude.
Bro.
Damn, I saw it's
Dude, that could
I
be
would
the
say-
thumbnail. All of us with our tinfoil.
I would
hats.
say it's not too late, but I don't even have fucking foil right
damn.
now
I would
in
have
my
brought some
house.
foil. I would have brought some Reynolds wraps.
Damn it.
Some of that light dude
Damn it.
work.
Dog. You really don't
Some
have
of that light
foil?
work.
No.
What, you say that like that's common?
I would have
Who
grabbed
doesn't have
foil too, dude.
yeah.
Damn.
Because I say that
I
because
know.
it's embarrassing they don't have foil because I've been out of foil for months now.
Dude, I can see the
good.
list on the side of your fridge right now. It
We can
says
tell
get
who
foil.
doesn't grill.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I minimize my trips to the grocery store and to the like Target or Walmart or
That's
anything like
kind of
that. I
suspicious.
minimize
you're
those trips.
Out of foil.
Why
Why would you be out of
making too many
foil?
hats, dude? We're making too many hats.
Maybe you're doing something else. I don't know. That's conspiracy theory.
What do you
right?
do with foil?
I don't know. I'm
Jerk
just saying.
off?
No, I'm
Am
literally
I
just saying
jerking
that.
off with foil?
It could have been anything.
Yeah, dude, I wrap my dick in foil and jerk off with it.
Dude,
Nice.
I love that.
I bet if you like put the foil around your wiener, you can make a foil wrap
nice
of
cast
your
of
wiener.
it?
Yeah, then
Nice
pour
cast.
the putty in there. Yeah, dude, it'd be good. It's good
You know how
stuff.
sharp that would be?
Yeah. So you,
What'd you say?
got to get cut to make a putty wiener, dog. Anyway, so conspiracies. So let's start. What's a conspiracy theory, Tori, to you? Because
What's
this is kind of wide open. 'Cause
Dude, that's such a wide thing now because like you could look at anything in the news and be like come up with
if you
some
say
conspiracy-
that's crazy, I don't know if it's real, but it's probably
Yeah.
real. That's like a conspiracy to me.
Yeah,
like something you're
normally
like,
a major.
what?
Normally, it's like a major event that raises plenty of fucking alarms.
What the fuck?
Or
No
like
way.
what the narrative being pushed is.
They don't
what's
want you to
reported,
know.
Like shit like that starts not adding up real quick.
Red flags. Just count them.
Yeah, literally
the red
red
flags.
fucking flags everywhere. So I put this list together a long time ago
Don't-
before you guys came on this podcast.
This isn't a list, guys.
So this is
like
all new to you. This is 5 pages.
it's 5 pages.
5 top to bottom pages.
He killed 15 trees just for the three of them.
He didn't even print on the back.
Wow.
20 with Jesse. I can't print double sided over there too, motherfucker.
crazy.
I should have done that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Amazon's
Shit,
burning.
tell
I'm
the
over here
trees, shit.
fucking.
No shit.
Yeah, Amazon's on fire, and I'm over here fucking off, doing bullshit with you guys.
I used 5 non-reusable straws today.
A salt straw.
Damn, dude.
I went to
to ban
Starbucks.
you.
Yeah.
Got to ban you from this house,
No
dude.
shit.
So I was gonna start off easy to do. The very first.
It's never easy.
I like how you even put start off easy.
The
I
truth
did,
is
I did.
never easy.
I did.
I do like
So
that.
that's the one I was green
Dude,
behind
I
the
think
ears,
number
dude.
10's my favorite. Like out of all these, I'm just straight number
look.
10, dude. Yeah.
Oh, Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay,
Yeah.
you went from 1 to 2. Like you went from like this is kind of crazy. Like no, and then number 2 is like, all right, yeah, you're fucking getting shut off.
You're in. No, so the first one, I chose that one as the first one because that was like, as far as I can remember, that was like the first conspiracy theory. I was like, oh, whoa, this is interesting. So, have you guys heard this one? You guys
Yeah.
familiar with
Yeah.
this? The Denver airport conspiracy theory, you know?
All right, because
Uh-huh.
because you are a little
Jesse,
bit
we pull up the
more
mural.
passionate about this, I'm gonna hit these bullet points and
Denver Airport mural.
Oh, the
wow.
murals, yeah.
meant to do that in the
It's probably.
Yeah, it's probably on this page, honestly.
Okay, cool. It's creepy.
So if you guys aren't familiar, there's in Denver, Colorado, there's an airport, right? They pretty much stopped using their airport that was already good enough and big enough and everything, and built a new one. Well, when they were building it, that's a blowjob face. So when they were building the new airport, guys, come on, I'm trying to explain here. Auschwitz concentration camp. So they were they had a perfectly good airport, right? Demoed that bitch and had the new one going. They had it like all underground, and then mid construction, like fuck that, and they built another airport on top of that one. So apparently, allegedly, there's a large like cavity underneath the Denver airport, like a bunch of rooms and a bunch of other shit. Which I've been there before. There is subway tunnels like all underneath it and shit to get you around the airport. But apparently, there's like really, really big areas that are under there that like nobody's allowed to go in. All the construction workers were like sworn to secrecy about it and shit like that.
Hidden in paperwork. You just don't know about.
hidden
you
in
know?
paperwork. Yeah. So some of the weirdest shit that you can see, like right off the like just going through there, you can see this shit. There's a bunch of murals around the airport, and they like you can put that on screen for everybody and scroll through those. Really, it's like New World Order type shit. There's a
First off, why the fuck would you put that in an airport?
yeah, why?
Like
Why
just the
fuck?
picture itself. Like look at it for face
what
value.
about the one with the flames? That one's a little wild.
There's some weirdo
You're
ones.
picking your grandma
They-
up from the airport. You're like, hey, grandma, meet
Hey,
me out front of the painting. Like,
in front of the tourist, please.
yeah, meet me in front of yeah.
That
or whatever the
in
fuck-
general
It's
what
like
is that
a
called?
it's like a forest on fire with like
Yeah.
a dead jaguar.
I like the one
wait,
with the.
hold on.
I like the soldier with the sword myself.
that's the
Really.
one.
They're the state
The
that
scimitar.
let mushrooms be okay to be carried around.
I guess.
Yeah, but I've eaten shrooms, and I don't know if I want to stare at that.
Yo,
Why
this-
you
fuck
piece of
that
shit? You
shit.
do drugs?
damn.
Whoa.
You do
I
drugs,
ate
you piece of
I ate
shit?
a
Get
mushroom
down.
pizza once. I tried.
Yeah, they're on my burger, dude. It was
Yeah.
cool. It's
Burger.
straight.
Mushroom
Piece of
Swiss. Why
shit.
you being an asshole, dude?
Fucking piece of shit.
See, that one's peaceful. That one like looks like some Noah's Ark
Everyone's at
shit.
the-
You have the
Yeah,
birds
you
go
got the
together.
animals and
That's
shit.
still kind of creepy
Scroll-
to me. Look at
where-
the fucking hand ripping open the valley behind him and shit. Like
Where
it's
do you see the hand ripping
to
open
the
the
left.
valley?
to the left.
Do you need to scroll up a little bit?
Cursor to the left. Up.
Oh, is that a yellow?
Oh, that is a
hand?
hand, isn't it?
Creepy.
That's like a nasty neck face hand, dude. Just like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, I
100%.
see like the seasons. I see like a Native American guy with his hat doing some like spiritual thing. But the one above it, there's just no.
Go to the one-
rhyme or
scroll-
go to the one
reason.
below
Yeah,
it, bro.
That
Go to the one below it. It's
got-
undeniable. Okay, now look at the dead Nazi soldier they're all standing on.
does he have like devil
Are you a
horns on
Nazi
too?
sympathizer?
No,
John? Nazi sympathizer. in
He's
the
got like a
room.
gas
Wow.
mask and like a German
So,
thing
yeah.
on his head. Like it's
Yes.
creepy.
What
And-
about that?
Okay, so to tie the gas masks in, they. What's that? Oh, Jesse
Does he have
dropped his
devil
notes.
horns on?
He's lost now.
I think it just represents the evil in the world. You know, just
Yeah.
the militarized evil
Yes.
world peace. I get it. Like all these people from different countries.
There's another painting that has like the
Go down
soldier
there.
with the gas mask on and the scimitar, like
Yeah.
the sword. Yeah, this one. Scroll down a little bit
That's the
more.
one.
Scroll down a little bit.
It doesn't show the
yeah,
full
it doesn't show the full picture, but there's like a bunch of kids and shit in it. I
because
think,
this is
what it is.
BuzzFeed and they don't want you to know.
Yeah. So like in the full picture of it, I want to say he's like swiping at some kids and shit. I can't remember
Yes.
100%.
Bro, I'm sorry. This is a conspiracy inside of a conspiracy. We're talking about conspiracies, and then there's a fucking ad for conspiracies on the side. Dual ad.
17 bizarre conspiracy theories that'll freak
And
you
then
the hell
16
out.
bizarre conspiracies
Yes.
below that.
There's mentions what's it say? Something in German.
Auschwitz
Died
quote. Yeah.
December 18th, 1943, Auschwitz concentration camp.
Quotes from a dead
14
child.
years
like,
old. Yeah. Okay, so a bunch of creepy, weird paintings. They kind of depict like if you see them all in order, it's like the world, and then like some chaos, some war, and then like peace after the fucking soldiers swiping people. People like link it back to keeping the world's population under like 500 million or whatever. Or yeah, I think 500
Whatever
million.
the limit is.
Whatever the fuck the limit was. I think in like Georgia or some shit. Is
Aren't we
the-
like 350
the tablets
now?
or something?
We're like here.
We're 350 here in the States.
Yeah.
So we're good. We're good still. We're good. But yeah,
strokes
the
and that's
paintings for
lit.
face value is super fucking creepy, right? And then out front of it, you have this giant blue horse statue. Put that on screen for everybody.
Which is its eyes glow red.
Yes, its eyes light up red at night. It's very fucking strange. It's large as shit. And the guy that made it, he, I think when he's building it, I think the head fell off or some shit when they were putting it on, and it killed his ass.
I think I've heard this.
Fucking killed his ass.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Right there.
Severed an
Luis
artery.
Jimenez.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, man. That's
Yeah.
why this is the first one. There's just a lot of creepy things
Yeah,
about
a
it.
piece of the statue fell on him and severed an artery in his leg.
Thing-
Oh,
yeah.
how shitty. Not
Right.
even just crush you, just
Dude,
like,
can you imagine just bleeding
fuck,
out
you got my leg, and then
then
it's like,
just,
oh, I'm dead.
Oh, I'm lightheaded. Yeah.
What the fuck?
But
Side note, another place in Colorado, I want to say it was between like Denver and Golden. Was it somewhere over in there? There was a horse statue on the side of a road that I was driving down, and it had a hazmat suit on. And apparently, like way back in the day, they like dumped a bunch of nuclear waste out there and shit. And like, yeah, because I saw it and I was like, what the fuck is that? It's like a horse statue wearing a yellow hazmat suit. It's like very fucking noticeable from the street. But yeah, super creepy. Weirdo horse fucking statues going on in Colorado. That's for damn sure.
and I think to summarize a little bit, they also talk about was it bunkers, nuclear bunkers?
Yes. Okay, so this place is the airport is $2 billion over budget. $2 billion.
Those things happen.
That's like
How
a
the
war budget.
fuck? Yeah, exactly. That's a war budget. How the fuck do you go over $2 billion,
Could have
right?
built the wall.
And apparently there's like massive tunnels
joking.
underneath and shit. This guy, Nazi sympathizer, I swear to God. I swear to God. So apparently it could be a possible meeting place for elite when shit hits the fan, or it could be like, I've heard also that like in the giant tunnels and chambers underneath it, there's like a bunch of pipes and shit, like gas pipes, like concentration camps.
Yeah.
And then there's a concentration camp in that painting thing earlier, so there's just weird shit. And there's apparently the Queen of England, she owns land around the airport. So do the Clintons, I believe. There's a bunch of other like really high up powerful people that own land all around it, which is just questionable in itself. Like,
The Queen of
why
England.
the fuck does the Queen of England own property right there?
There's definitely things going on that aren't
Hon, where
available to
where
public.
does
'cause
one
Yeah.
get
it has
this
nothing to
type
do
of
with us.
data? Like, because I feel like that's not just public information. Who says that?
We could probably look it up, but yeah, it's like a thing. It's like a known thing. And yeah, you can land record, like public land records. That's
I
public.
feel like
It would be
we're
like
supposed to say,
somebody
like, the
owns it
Queen
that's
of
owned by a
England. Somebody
subsidiary
else.
that's
Yeah,
owned by
yeah.
another subsidiary
Yeah.
that you have to follow it.
It's probably just conspiracy shit, guys. Come on.
That's what the whole episode's about, right?
That's what we're on today. It's fun. It doesn't even have to be true. We can just say it and it's fun.
I know.
Right?
Well,
Come
I-
on, guys. Get your shit together. Tighten up, boys.
I definitely think that,
Tighten up, boys. We're making conspiracies up as we go.
like
Right.
there's civil engineering
Oh, that's what you
involved
meant. We're
that not involved.
freestyling today.
Oh, I thought we were going to
yeah.
play a beat at the end and we just had to come up with some
yeah.
fire.
Oh, I brought raps for no reason.
Damn it.
You did not bring any heat.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Come on,
Dude, I've
spit
been
a bar.
I've been
Let's hear a quick 14.
20 bars fucking deep, dog. Yeah.
Yo, my iPhone
Dance with the devil.
so nasty. Yo, bitch want me to come out my dick and she say blast me.
that was good.
Fuck
I
up the
like what you
nose,
did
got
back there.
rhinoplasty.
Hey.
Exactly.
Yo, I'm feeling mad crafty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Row the boat.
Fucking friends.
Throw me the boat.
Since the airport's opening in 1995, there
Also-
have been endless rumors and theories. People say that our underground tunnels lead to secret meeting facilities, specifically people in Allen, Texas, called Tory.
That's not where I live.
First
and
off, that's
my
not
fucking
where he
name.
lives, and that's not yeah. I don't know that guy either.
For real. Okay,
I
so
didn't know that guy.
Jesse, I think you had the picture of it pulled up, but the runways are shaped as a swastika. More Nazi shit, dude.
Are you
More
for real?
Nazi shit? Yeah.
Are for real?
The runways are shaped like a fucking
Is
swastika.
it sweet?
No, it's like.
Is it sweet? Yeah, it's pretty fucking sick.
What do you
dude.
mean? Is it sweet?
Yeah, what does that mean?
It's a shitty swastika.
It's a terrible
Oh,
swastika.
That's a bad swazi.
That's
Yo,
That's
You
someone
got like
that
a fat arm. You got a fat arm and a little arm. Put that on screen for everybody. They can make up their own swastika. You can kind of like boom, 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 and then boom, boom, boom. Anywhere else, people would be like, "Yo, that's a swastika," and they'd be like, "Not
Tommy,
doing
that
that."
matches your
Swazi.
tattoo.
That's not a swazi. It doesn't match it.
Yeah, that's good. That looks like Tom's tattoo.
It's not. It's not a swazi.
Looks like Tom's back piece.
Look, man. I seen it.
Is that the one that says brotherhood across
You
your
see
shoulder?
this?
Man.
It means not welcome.
Hell no.
Great movie, guys. Great movie.
Kiss the curb.
But there's definitely something there, and I think that there's civil engineering involved that the public isn't given the privilege of knowing or talking about. And I do think that there is probably some type of like underground shelter.
I think it's pretty fucking funny that Denver, the airport themselves, made fun of the
Oh yeah,
conspiracy.
so, have you seen? They like the
It's
Denver airport.
construction
They
or
make
cover up.
Yeah, they make fun of their own shit,
Oh,
and
that's
like they have
hilarious.
these these robotic gargoyles all over,
Uh-huh.
and they'll even say shit about the New World Order. Like they're
Yeah.
robotic and they're trained to like say certain things.
What?
And like I
okay,
think,
that's too far.
I
If
think
I
you-
went in that bitch high and this thing was like the place.
world.
yeah.
Bro, coming
So-
back from Colorado, yeah, it's questionable.
Yeah,
Dude,
when
I
you're
would
trying to
lose
fly out
my
that bitch, you're like,
shit.
oh,
Yeah,
I'm not
like,
leaving this
2 or 3
place.
edibles and you're like, all right.
Yeah, but
Dude, I had a brownie and a Rice Krispies
so-
earlier. Like, please stop.
yeah, that was probably one of the first conspiracy theories I ever heard. I was pretty
Conspiracy
young.
theory starter pack for sure.
Dude, yeah, part of the starter pack. And that's just a fun one. I thought we'd get into that one first.
So
Tom,
go.
you're familiar with that one, Evan? I
Absolutely.
think everyone's familiar with
yeah,
that one.
I'm
Go-
familiar with that
research.
one. I didn't know like all the Nazi symbolism. That's a little wild.
Oh, there was
Yeah.
another thing. I didn't write this down. Did I? Oh, actually, I did write this down. So there was like a I don't know what to call it. It's like a plaque that's down in the ground, right? And it has like the Freemason symbol, the fucking the scale and the compass and
He pulled that
the
up,
other
yeah.
shit. And it says, what's it say? New World Airport Commission on it, which doesn't exist. Yeah, there you go. Put that on screen for everybody.
Let's split this
That's the Freemason symbol, yeah.
bullshit.
I'll get the ad out of there. Yeah, put that on screen. So it's got that. It says it's a capstone, I guess. Is that what you want to call it? So it's got the New World Airport Commission written on it, which doesn't exist. That's not a real thing. And then there's fucking flies in here, dude.
Dude, I was
Creepy.
wondering what was that.
So
Tom
then there's also
Burrito.
AUAG, which is Australia Antigen. Is that's the gas that they used on Jews in the concentration camps. But it says AUAG on it somewhere on there, and it's or silver and gold. Either way, it's fucking creepy.
Dude, as like a PR person to this airport, who
'Cause
like,
there's silver and
who
gold in
let
Colorado,
all
you know?
this shit happen?
Oh yeah, I know. Terrible PR. Like
Like you would
And
think
you-
somebody
two-
would be like,
two-
"Hey, Carl, let's make it a little bit more subtle, the racism."
yeah,
yeah.
And think like it's
Let's tone
$2
that
billion
down.
over budget. Like they had money. They could have hired somebody to be like, let's spin this the right way.
Or they could just not do it, right?
Yeah.
Just tear down the weird statues and don't do the
yeah, it's
weird
like, fuck
painting.
it.
Like,
Tommy, that's a better point.
Fuck
yeah,
it.
like you went out of your way to do it, dude. I'm telling you, this is starter pack because it's a good principle for what
Yeah.
conspiracy theories are.
Yeah, it really
Usually
is.
there's some truth, and because we're not privy to know that you have to kind of imagine, and your imagination
Yeah.
kind of runs wild. But most of the time, there's some damn good evidence for something being sketch.
On the other note, the way to get through that airport sucks. They should have designed it completely different. I fucking hate that airport.
It's a real bitch.
Airports,
Real
man.
bitch.
Speaking of
that
fickle
airport
bitch.
fucking blows. You get
airports-
out and you're like, you want to go west or east? And they both lead to the same exact place.
You know, the airports just got
Because they're
shitty.
designed by stoners. They're like, "Oh shit,
Yeah,
I was trying to go.
dude.
I thought
And
you were
east,
doing the
man.
west exit, dude."
The same people involved in getting cannabis and psilocybin legalized there probably had something to do with all that shit too. Same guys, same group of people.
But
Weird.
the airport's just never been the same since 9/11.
Yo, that shit just hit different. You know what I'm saying?
Everything changed. Airport security, all that, which leads us to our next
Shit
one.
ain't right. Shit ain't right,
Oh shit,
son.
good segue, Tommy.
I know I tried.
Number 2 conspiracy on bikes and bullshit.
All right,
Trying
so
to pivot.
yeah, second conspiracy up, man. Anything else y'all want to add about the airport?
No, I just
I
want
think that's a good run through.
Look.
People can look that shit up themselves.
Fuck her friends and go Google it.
Yeah,
That's
fuck
the two
yeah,
things.
fuck her friends.
Fuck
on
her
Google.
friends and Google it.
Yeah.
Those are the two.
Yeah,
mantras I
literally.
stand by.
It's fun to look into this shit yourself. I mean, there's like so much information you can go find.
Hit my line. Hit my line. Ask me.
And
what's
I
up,
promise, if you Google any of these things, you'll be put on a government list.
Definitely so.
Yeah.
Hey, we're already on the list. Join it.
right? Get on the
Yeah.
list. It's a
You
want to
be
list.
cool, don't you?
Yeah, it's like the fucking waiting list for hell and heavens. Like, we're the cool people. We're not.
Well,
Probably,
hey.
really. Come on.
I mean, look at the roster, dude. Come on. Right.
It's
we got
Who's
Ozzy.
going to
who's
this
on the
party?
who's on the bench? Come on.
Yeah, we got Ozzy, bro. All right.
All right. So second up, we have 9/11, dude.
The biggest conspiracy theory of our
Dude.
lives.
Come on. Yeah. Seriously, the biggest one.
The biggest.
Hey, no, come on. Everybody's heard something about this one.
All right, let's dig
I
through the
spilled my
bullshit.
beer doing that.
Everybody knows the events that happened that day. Everybody remembers where they were.
Oh,
But
no.
what
Where
about
were-
Building
Where
7?
were you?
Y'all want to do this? Yeah, where were we? I was standing in the hallway at school, and I remember exactly.
3rd grade.
I remember exactly my mom turning around because she was a teacher at the time, and I'm there early. And I remember her hearing it on the radio, a fucking radio, dude. And she was like, 2 planes. She said 2 planes hit each other in the World Trade Center tower. She thought they like crashed into each other and the end hit the tower. Yeah, she thought that's what happened, but no, it was like,
Boom.
yeah, obviously.
Nope. Nope.
Wow. Yeah.
So, I've heard all kinds of crazy shit about this one. I've even heard ones being like, "Yo, the planes didn't really even hit the building. Look at this video. It's fake."
Oh, fake videos. I've seen
yeah,
that.
like There probably are fake
It could've been a
videos,
fake
but it's
video,
like
yeah.
there's too many people there that literally saw it hit the building. Like, fuck out of here.
We know a plane hit a building.
Yeah.
2 planes hit a building.
Absolutely.
For sure. We know this.
Absolutely. So
That's not the conspiracy.
yeah. All right. So first off, 9/11, 2 planes hit World Trade Center, each one of them, and then Trade Center, World Trade, what is it? Number 7, Tower number 7 just fell out of fucking nowhere, right next to him. Most people don't know that one.
That's the big thing. Go look that up. You can't
yes.
just gloss over that, dude.
Building Tower 7, it fell out of fucking
World
nowhere.
Trade Center
They
7.
claimed it was from office fires. Absolutely not.
Dude,
There's
it's a demo.
Never been a skyscraper
There's
fall.
no doubt
from
about
office
it.
fire.
It looks like a demo.
And just so we know, both of these towers were designed to take an impact from a plane bigger than both of the ones that hit it. Right? Right?
But how the fuck do you?
Get
How
the
do you
video of it
prepare
imploding.
for a plane hitting?
Engineers, dude. Engineers. I don't know. Dudes that are way
Science.
Did they
Jesse,
ever fucking fly a
science.
plane into
Hey,
it and be like,
guys,
hey,
right there,
it
look.
works?
Look, right there. That third one. Boom. That's the video.
Yeah. So there's,
it. Hit watch.
I don't
Yeah.
know if y'all know this or not. I hope y'all do, but
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know this or
Office
not. But
fires, right?
Office fire brought that bitch down. Yeah,
No.
right. Get
that's-
outta here.
That's
Get
a
outta here.
controlled demolition.
It's
Get
a
outta
free
here,
fall. It doesn't
son.
destroy the buildings next to it.
It's a controlled demolition. There's
Yeah.
no way that's not controlled.
I mean,
That's a pretty good demo team, really. I mean, no
Dude,
buildings
it's
next to it
fucking
damaged.
straight down.
Right into its blueprint, dude. That's pretty good. I'd hire him for a legal demolition.
So there's
for
a couple
sure.
things.
How
here.
do you put a bid out on that? Be like, whoever
Yeah.
brought down Building 7, please come demo
Yes.
my.
All right, so let me
barn.
go through some of these points real quick. So first off, the first point I have: jet fuel can't melt steel
That's
beams,
hot.
bitch.
Okay, no, hold up. There's a big thing about that. Have you
It's
seen
a
the
meme.
I know, yeah. Have you seen? And I guess what I'm talking about is the guys that, you can heat things up, not necessarily like, oh, this specific temperature of this is going to cause this to heat up, but because you can stoke the flames, wind, other
Yeah,
variables.
yeah.
I'm not trying to debunk that jet fuel can't melt steel beams, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that the conspiracy theory of that I think is a shallow argument. Is what I'm
Well,
trying to say.
look like right in front of us where it says fact right here on screen. It
Yeah.
says jet fuel burns between 800 degrees to 1500 degrees Fahrenheit and not hot enough to melt steel, which is 2750.
Right.
2750 degrees Fahrenheit. And I think that 800 to 1500, that's a wide enough range to where wind would get it up to the 1500 because it's such a wide range to where it's like, okay, double that.
Wind,
and that's what it takes.
convection effect, right? I mean,
Double it. You
there's
have to
things.
double it.
Yeah.
And when they were cleaning up, they were finding like pools of molten steel, like still burning down there. It's just, shit ain't adding
The only
up.
thing I can think of is like at the base. I don't know. We're
Yeah.
talking steel beams.
Yeah,
Who knows?
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I've heard
man, I'm
this one
talking-
kind
I'm
of.
What you talking?
debunked.
I-beam? What you
Yeah,
got?
I mean, what you got? I've heard this one kind of debunked by people saying
Yeah.
that there's other variables that are in play.
I
There's a
think.
lot of
Have you seen
variables in
the?
that one.
Have y'all seen the conspiracy? The documentary. I mean, about 9/11 loose change.
Yes.
Okay, so in that one they talk about there's thermite found in the dust. Like the lady that like had some dust come into her apartment and she like swabbed it and got it tested. And there's like red flakes in it that she could see, and it like tested positive for thermite. Thermite is included in building demos,
Dude,
right?
I believe
so when
they
you
demo
knock a
these
fucking
buildings.
oh,
I
absolutely.
believe for sure.
You don't have
100%
a
they
building
demoed
that big that just falls into itself.
I believe
that
100%.
bitch was big, tall as fuck. It does. If a plane hit it and it was gonna fall from that, like I feel like it'd be from swaying back and forth and then just like fucking give on one of the sways.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that it like the plane hit it and then it was still standing, like I don't know how long it took. It took like 10-15 minutes or something for it to fall after impact.
That shit's gotta fucking. I mean,
Like-
the steel's gotta not necessarily melt, but it's
Yeah.
gonna bend.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
I feel like
I
the
heated
initial
shit
hit
up
though
with
is gonna
steel
be.
and melted it.
I feel like
bent
the
it.
initial hit's gonna be a lot harder on the steel versus everything else though. And I don't know,
It's heating
like I don't know
up.
how much you guys like pay attention to like engineering type shit, but I know in tall ass buildings, they actually have like a pendulum inside of them at the bottom.
Yeah.
That like counterbalances, I guess, like the wind swaying the top of the building. And some buildings have them exposed. They're actually pretty fucking cool
I've
looking.
heard of
And
this.
it's like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know. Like smart fucking people design big buildings. That's all I know.
Dude, that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, so then that same day on 9/11, we had the two planes that hit the Twin Towers, one and two. I don't know
This is
fucking
the
numbers
big
there.
one for me, dude.
So then there was a third plane that was supposedly hit the Pentagon.
there's a
right?
rocket. I mean, plane.
Yeah, a rocket. I mean a plane. Yes. So there's no video evidence, right? And then they like the flight pattern of those pilots that hit the Pentagon, like that was released, and like what the eyewitnesses, in quotation marks, eyewitnesses said that plane came down, pretty much pulled an impossible turn, and then hit the Pentagon. Well, there's no video evidence, and the only video evidence shows like.
Is that from like a video camera?
It's like there's like a gas station right there on property, and it just shows like 3 frames of like boom boom and then building hit. Like it shows nothing, and then the hole in the side of the Pentagon, it was not big enough to like have a whole airplane, and there was 0 airplane debris from there. It just vaporized.
They were picking
allegedly.
up the debris with their bare hands afterwards.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah,
There's
and-
pictures
yeah,
of these
yeah,
people
it-
holding the debris.
Clean up, instantly cleaning up.
You
and
mean
there-
a
and there's no
plane-
hole in the building from the wings hitting it. There was just like a hole,
Fuselage,
just one
yeah.
small hole in the middle of it, and then like no fucking wings,
Look,
no
there's the
wings
picture.
hitting
There's
the
gotta be
building
a
or anything.
Pentagon picture,
Yeah,
right?
you can pull up the Pentagon picture for sure. Pentagon 9/11
I don't think this would ever happen in today's,
911.
today's media. I think that
No.
these. I don't
Go
want
to images.
I don't want to be too conspiracy theory here, but like all these false flag attacks, it's got to be something just
Click that first
from our
one. Yeah.
time.
Click that first one. Look, there's no marks from wings hitting the building out there anywhere. There's just a blown up center spot. Oh Jesus!
See, I always
Christ.
thought that-
See, Jesse, I told you
Don't
to
even
put
get me
viruses on my
started.
computer over here.
Don't even get me started on that one. See, the way it hits is just like there's like those intact windows right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean to tell me
Well-
a fucking plane came out of the sky and the windows are
Dude,
intact?
there'd be something fucked off on the sides.
Everything
That's
about
not big
it.
enough, like for the size of the plane.
There's a
that hit
corner
it.
right there, dude.
Yeah, nothing even broken. It's fine. Like, it's fine. And so I've seen a picture of a giant missile from the military that was painted up like an American Airlines plane, and I don't know, like it obviously it wasn't the same size, but it was like painted up like one, and it was like either that's a joke or like something's going on here, but that looks funky as
Yeah,
fuck.
look, that didn't happen. There's no way that.
So and
wait. If the plane came in,
So the plane came in and then like did this fucking spin maneuver and then hit the building, and apparently like the dudes that they claim were piloting these planes when they hijacked them and drove them into these buildings,
for
right?
like a month.
These guys were in like flight, I guess, training, like trying to get their license and shit, or trying to at least learn how to fly a plane. And the instructor from there said that these dudes couldn't fly worth a fuck. He couldn't even pass them. And then here they are, like a month after they took their courses, like a month after pulling near impossible maneuvers and perfectly hitting shit. Like
But hold on, so people did see a plane near the Pentagon?
there was
They're all
eyewitnesses.
dead, bro.
Eyewitnesses, Evan. Eyewitnesses, bro.
There's a lot of eyewitnesses.
In quotation marks, eyewitnesses, right?
This was the last great false flag attack. Is all it is.
The rest have been dog
The-
shit.
the rest have been shitty attacks. It's
Absolute
just-
dog shit.
Public shooters is what it is now. But
the
yeah,
only
so
thing-
there's no plane debris at the Pentagon. The hole from the plane's not big enough for the side of the Pentagon. The day before, they reported a 2.3 trillion with a T trillion dollars missing from our government. That's our tax dollars, right? Hard at work, going missing. And then next day you have 9/11, and it happened to hit the Pentagon right where these records would have been kept, right? So there's conspiracy there, right? Hiding fucking where our tax dollars are going. And I swear to God, if you fucking idiots think that they're going to our roads, I swear to God, I'll come to your
but
house
our
and
roads,
fucking
Tori.
slap you.
That's the only thing I was gonna say. Is the
Swear to God.
roads.
Hold on,
Our
what
roads,
about-
dude.
But
Tell
there's
me
no
toll
way they
roads?
can
roads,
tax
dude.
companies enough to suffice the roads. That's just not even possible, bro.
No way.
They definitely need to tax the small man, even though we own a
Yeah.
small portion of the wealth. Definitely, I need to pay for the roads that Amazon can, distribute their goods on. Amazon and Walmart.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
I can't make them pay my bill. You know.
So, all right. So another topic, right? In the World Trade Center buildings, right? There's a lot of I didn't look up specifics, but I've always heard that there's a lot of really important people that had offices there and everything didn't show up that day. Why the fuck did all these people not show
Can
up
you
that
imagine,
day?
like,
Because they knew something was gonna go on that day, right? What the fuck? I saw a post on Instagram one time, and it was specifically claiming. This sounds fucked up, but how many Jewish people didn't show up to work that day? And then the World Trade Center went down? Kind of fucked up, right? So Larry Silverstein, he had a 99-year lease on the World Trade Center and had terrorism clause added 2 months before 9/11 happened, right? And he was awarded $4.5 billion after suing the insurance company, saying that he should be paid twice what his amount was because there's 2 different planes and he won. That's right? It's like, how the fuck does... You had one building, or I mean both of the buildings, but one entity and 2 planes, so you sued them twice.
Now,
The
look,
fuck?
It's just money, man.
Yeah.
let me also interject
Let me
here.
say that again. Larry Silverstein. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Harvey
Evan.
Weinstein.
That's all I'm gonna. That's all I'm gonna say
Yes,
about that.
that's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
But look,
that's all I'm gonna say
also
about
understand, we're not saying that it didn't happen. We're saying that this was a false flag attack with private interests, and that there was
Very
a lot
private
of
interest.
a lot of variables in play. And it's not like this grand conspiracy theory where some people are in, some people are out. I think it's like varying degrees of like what's kind of going on.
So
Yeah.
was there anything major going on other than
Well, $2.3 trillion missing, an Iraqi war,
no,
society on the brink of like instant communication.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is there anything like major other events that were going
I think
on?
it was the last
pull us into war.
the
More
last
money?
thing, the last time they could do it because they knew they weren't going to get away with it in the next couple
like
years.
the Iraqi war,
Dude,
or
05,
anything
06,
like
they're
that?
not getting
Hey,
away with
whoa!
this.
Let's not forget, this wasn't the first time that the World Trade Centers have been attacked from a
Correct.
airplane.
Absolutely.
There's a second time.
No, there was a bomber also.
There's a bomber.
in
Yes.
the basement.
Yes.
The
All right.
Unabomber.
So that same day, I specifically thinking back to loose change, there was people that said that in the basement there was explosions in the basement right before the planes hit.
I've heard this as well.
The guy was like, one of the maintenance workers, I think, said he was like blasted out of a fucking room and like came out and he's like, I don't fucking know. And then planes hit like right after. He's like, I don't fucking know. So pretty questionable. So Flight 93, that was the plane that went down in the field somewhere, right? So
That's a fucked up movie if you've ever seen that movie.
I have
Yeah.
not.
It is.
That is a
So-
tearjerker of a fucking movie. Watch that alone in your room.
Yeah.
I know what Evan cries to at night.
Oh, dude, that movie.
Flight 92.
Yeah,
you know.
that literally like makes you want to call your mom. Like, oh, I love you.
Yeah, that movie makes me think about flights every
So
time.
yeah.
That's a
So
sad
that
movie.
one was allegedly taken back by the passengers, right?
Fuck
and
yeah.
Then, and then crash landed.
That's that give the American rah rah. Like, yeah,
Everybody-
we got one plane.
There was no
motherfucker.
survivors, right?
No, they went straight into a field.
They
That's-
died, right?
yeah, right there.
So, from what I've seen from this, is like apparently the passengers took that bitch back, and then that bitch got shot down because the debris was spread so fucking far. It didn't just crash land and slide. Like the debris was spread so far that something had to happen up in the air. Have you heard this? Have you seen this? Have you seen pictures of it? Because there ain't a fucking plane there. You see the tail, and that's about it. Where are the wings
I
at?
just want
Where's
to say real
anything
quick,
at?
in that movie when they start calling their family like their last phone call and they know
sounds
they're
terrible.
fucked. Oh
Have you
my
ever tried to make a
God.
phone? Have you ever? Dude, I turn
There's
my.
a lot of movies
I
like
don't
that,
even
dude.
put my fucking phone on airplane mode in a damn plane, and
Right.
that bitch ain't working until I hit ground just about.
For real.
See, that movie sounds like bullshit.
There's another movie that's about one of the companies that was on the floor of whatever level.
Yeah.
And free and clear, blue
It's
and
called
clear.
Love and Other Drugs.
No.
Great movie. See some titties in it.
It's something clear, and it's about an insurance agency that was on that floor, and they all died. Like the whole company
Oh
died.
Jesus Christ!
And it's just a tearjerker for real because
Yeah.
you understand that. We're not saying this didn't happen. I'm saying that there is private
No,
interest. There's
it
things,
absolutely happened, and people definitely got fucking.
because that's what
murked
people
off.
attack. Oh, what you think 9/11 was fake? You think those people fucking died for nothing? It's like no,
it
they
was
did.
real.
They fucking
but the,
died.
The
You're
motives
right.
behind it aren't what they seem.
Look, right? That's what you take it with. You're taking over a fucking plane with that. You
Yeah.
mean you got through the cockpit door because you
With
got
the
your
fucking
fucking
corkscrew.
Yeah, you
corkscrew.
You got your badge. You got your wings. The hostess gave you your fucking honorary.
Ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, I mean, what?
And there's what 100 and something people on each flight, dude. I'm sorry.
No.
100 and something people against 2 guys. We're beating that.
Tori
ass.
and I are taking the terrorists
We're
right now, bro.
beating
I
that
guarantee
ass.
you.
Dude, I swear.
We're taking
to
the terrorists.
Box
down.
cutters, bro. They hijacked it with box cutters, dude. I'm taking a couple slashes and taking this.
I'm
fucking
taking my
dude to the
shoestrings
ground.
off and choking the guy out first.
I don't want to play the devil's advocate, but I think also like it's easy because you guys knew the outcome. Like I think it's the passengers. They probably thought there was some sort of peaceful outcome, like just to try and put some other.
Yeah, I
other
mean,
side.
yeah.
'Cause, like,
Obviously, we weren't there, so we don't know what
but,
really
like,
happened.
if
on the
this
plane.
is pre 9/11. This is
Yeah.
before terrorism was a thing. This is before you
Yeah.
thought like.
Oh,
before,
good sir, hold up.
Oh no, but-
The
okay.
American perception.
Okay, thank you,
Terrorism
Tommy,
was
for the
not a thing.
technicality. But yes, but your average Joe, your fucking normal guy, wife and kids at home
In
you
America.
yeah. There you go. Thank you, Tommy. In America.
Because, yeah.
I'm just saying, like in that time frame, this wasn't a thought that the planes were going to be driven into the ground or whatever. So it's like, you know, potentially in that moment, these people,
Yeah.
because like isn't there a phrase like people get like there was a girl that got attacked, but 100 people all thought somebody else was calling the cops. The girl just got
Oh
attacked.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Tom,
that-
you brought you.
Yeah, I've heard
It's
that.
just that
yeah.
mentality. It's like there's 100 people on a plane, but everybody expects somebody else is going to do something.
Yeah.
Or they expect the end
Dude.
result is not going to be like.
Yo, I'm
so-
on edge on a fucking
Bro,
plane.
are you
though.
talking-
If I
Okay, bro.
Dude, I
Now,
swear to God,
because
I
of
swear
this.
to God that after 9/11, right? This is in high school. I flew from New York
You
back
were,
to here.
9/11. You were in like elementary.
Middle
Yeah,
school.
elementary school.
Fifth
But
grade.
I'm talking after this, well after 9/11. High school,
Hey,
dude.
his daddy had a terrorist hunting permit on the fridge.
the permit number was 91101.
It was, dude. Yeah.
It's like a yellow print.
Yeah. He's seen it. He's
Yeah.
seen it.
Open season.
Open season
yeah.
terrorist,
Yeah.
bro.
So
I don't need to renew this, brother.
Good for
Call
life.
It's called my amendments.
damn it.
Yeah, like it said on the second one. It's
So
like
I swear to
bare-
God, dude, right? I can't remember if it was when I was flying to New York or flying away from New York. I'm talking about I'm on edge, brother. So I sit down, dude. I'm on this plane, right?
Fucking profiling every person.
I was about to
in
say,
that
this
Dude,
is
shit,
like-
this
this
is
is
probably
getting
about the most
hairy right
racist
here.
thing y'all about to hear me say on this podcast, right? So I
gonna
have
grab a
two.
freshie. Oh
my god.
I have two people sitting next to me. They are of a complexion that is darker than mine.
It
from-
reminded you of the attacks.
From somewhere in the Middle East.
It reminded you of the attacks. It was,
Both of these motherfuckers got up at the same time to go to the bathroom. They go
Together?
each go to the different bathrooms, and they are gone a while.
I've heard the story.
It's right after we took off too and got up to cruising speeds, and like you could get up to take a piss. Dog, both of them get up, and I'm just thinking, oh my fucking God. And let me back up real quick before we took off. Let me borrow your phone real quick. It's like, okay.
You want to borrow your phone?
Borrow my phone to make a phone call before we took off, right? And I'm just thinking, okay, that's fine. We're sitting here. You're not going anywhere. I'm getting my phone back here in a few minutes. Like, you can't go anywhere. It's fine. Makes a phone call. Right as soon as we take off, you fucking both go to the bathroom, and I'm sitting here like, motherfucker, I'm sweating my ass off on this plane.
Damn.
Sweating my ass off. All right?
Who was that last phone call to? Did you try and call that number?
I don't know. I don't want to know. But I'm here today. I'm here today, brother.
Thank the Lord.
That's all I know.
Thank
That's
you,
all
Lord.
I fucking know.
Thank you, Lord, baby Jesus.
So I beat them. I
Oh.
beat them two Sandys into the fucking ground, and I fucking. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. They were nice as shit. Now all I could do is be nice back to them and be like, "Damn, hopefully I get to go with them."
Yeah, right.
If they make it out, I'll make it out too. I let them borrow my fucking phone, son.
God.
Nah, but I was scared shitless at that point. Fucked up though. Fucked
So
up.
there's another thing, and I'm just kind of going off what Evan said as well, because I think it was a good point to talk about the Americans' perception of what's going on. You want to get
Yeah.
that out before we pivot a little bit here? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like the pastors took it back, and then like they say that the military like shot that bitch down.
Right, which yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot to dive into.
Yeah.
But so what you were saying about the perception between pre and post 9/11 is obviously a big difference, right? This kind of cultural phenomenon of like being hyper vigilant, being aware of like these grandiose terrorist attacks, kind of putting the word terrorist in a household name. These type of events and things have been happening in the world forever, in different societies, different cultures. I use the word false flags, but there's been like these big events that it might not be, somebody that does it and they know they did it and they're saying it, but it's a small group that does it, but then they spin it to be somebody else, and it's like, but like Russia, Europe, they have 9/11 scale attacks. I shouldn't say scale. They have large terrorist attacks, things that are very publicized like this.
Yeah.
People using violence and force for political gain, religious gain, multiple times a year, a lot,
Yeah.
And
that
the
sucks to hear, man. I can't.
I know,
can't
it sucks.
fucking
Speaking of
imagine.
political gain, 9/11 was used to. That's when they started spying on all of us through our cell phones, through everything.
the
we
Freedom
use,
Act,
Google.
man. What, you ain't about freedom?
Yeah,
What, you ain't about freedom?
yeah, exactly. What? You
Not,
don't- you
not
don't
only
like
that,
freedom?
not
Yeah,
only
so
that,
that's
the
when they
Americans
started
were
spying on
weaponized,
everybody,
man.
and now like they kind of used the public like. Everybody was fucked off about 9/11, so like, fuck yeah, we're all about the Freedom
Dude,
Act.
We were
Fuck yeah, you can spy on all of us. I ain't got nothing to fucking hide.
I was
As
just
long as
gonna
you catch
say
a
that.
terrorist, I ain't
Yeah.
got shit to hide. Oh, what?
My
If you got
dick
something to
pics
hide,
aren't
you're a
that
criminal.
good, brother.
Yeah, shit like that. It's like, no,
I don't take
sir.
nudies. I ain't got nothing to hide.
No, it's about that we are supposed to be free, so government can fuck off out of my private shit.
Honestly,
Don't
hold on,
worry
and,
about
like,
my
totally-
private affairs.
I totally agree. We don't have nothing to hide. Then why?
They
does it
haven't
matter?
caught shit
But
that
at the
way.
same time, like you gotta admit, to anyone that says, "Oh, I got nothing to hide," but don't you think you want to maintain that freedom of control? Like,
Yeah.
don't you think giving up that knowledge
That
gives
is your
someone else
freedom.
the advantage?
Yes.
So like you're literally giving up your intellect. You're giving up your freedom to be creative. Your freedom to think ahead because you're playing your cards. Like, do you want some other alternative agenda to be like.
You
knowing
can't give up
exactly your
freedoms
emotions.
for security. All right.
Yeah.
Freedom is far
Ground
more,
lost is lost forever.
I get where you're
Ground
coming
lost
from,
is
but are they really worried about us sitting here doing conspiracy?
I
Apparently
would
they
totally
are.
hold on. I would totally say you have a fair point.
Yes,
but
they
then
are.
you saw that fucking
We're spreading
articles-
misinformation.
Red flag laws. Red
What-
flag laws.
We're spreading
They're
misinformation.
those are hot right now. Red flag
These
laws.
kids are gonna be like, "What?
Oh,
Are they
this
talking
guy's
this?
questionable. Red flag him. He can't own a gun anymore.
Yeah.
So they're gonna come in here and look. We're drinking beer.
But
we're
relative, right?
talking about
You
it.
still don't want any of that attention.
It
right?
doesn't matter. They see somebody who talks about it. It's not what they see at first. It's what it could eventually lead to. It's like a
It's about weaponizing cultures against other cultures. They
Yeah.
weaponize this American patriot against Muslims like the largest religion in the world. There's a large social
Right,
demographic
right.
of this culture.
Agreed.
I'm not even talking about religious beliefs. I'm just talking about people that kind of flock
Okay,
together. Right?
continue.
Take a leak. You want to talk about NORAD drills here in a second? If y'all lose track.
And they like weaponize the American citizen against like the Middle East. You remember making them a parking lot, all these things that people were
early
saying.
2000s.
That's
after that
wild,
happened,
man. Like as an adult, as an older adult than I was back then, I look back and I'm like, man, that's kind of crazy. Like, just like we make the joke about the terrorist hunting license, and I'm all for it. Goddamn America, right? But that's kind of wild, man. That's not normal for people to be like rah rah, fight these people. These are the bad guys. These are the bad guys. We're gonna get government contracts, and people are gonna make millions. And Blackwater private government contract agencies gonna. I mean, dude, it just goes deep from there.
It goes. It can
and that's
go
my whole
forever.
thing. And so this 9/11 thing, there's an event that happened. Like Deb said it best. Rest in peace to the souls that had to lose their lives for government agenda. Straight up.
Had nothing to fucking do with this.
Right. And but that's kind of my whole thing. I felt very, as I kind of grew up, I felt really weaponized almost. Not that it didn't happen, because it happened, but like I've been used by some government agent, not government agency, but private
Somebody
interest.
else's
for
agenda.
that.
Yeah.
So growing up in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
not being racist, but I grew up in the middle of fucking nowhere. So
I hear you.
after 2000, after 9/11,
It was something to fight against, dude.
it was something to fight against. And in school and going through school,
Yeah.
dude, that shit was like, you see anybody
Yeah.
that resembles that, instant terrorism.
Yeah.
Instant.
Terrorist
And I
jokes.
moved down here, and that shit, like, it's every day you see somebody.
Yeah.
And you have to get used to it. But growing up where I come from is just, when that happened, everybody where I lived
Yeah.
was just anybody you see that is that ethnicity.
You remember that comedian
Instantly.
with the terrorist doll? I mean, almost on mainstream ideals like that, right?
Jeff Dunham.
Yes,
The-
and I get it.
Jeff Dunham.
I'm all for
Jeff
comedy and free speech. Do your shit. Fuck Jeff Dunham. I don't think his shit's funny, but
Talking about freedom of speech, but fuck
do
you,
your thing.
Jeff.
Express yourself. You got the puppets, fun. You got laughs. All right, that's fine. But still, like we're talking about the weaponization of cultures, not necessarily like not the government's like George Bush doesn't want you to kill these
Yeah,
people.
dude.
It's like
The powerful people want all the fucking all of us, the fucking average ass people. Dude, turn us all against each other, and we're too busy fighting each other than to like realize that like these few hundred people are like controlling everything. It's like, dude, there's millions of us. We could go fuck them up in 2 seconds. We'd fucking hang them from the goddamn tree out front.
fuck that. How about we
But-
help ourselves?
but as a country,
don't fuck them. Help
will we?
ourselves, right?
Yeah, as a country, no, we won't.
Hey,
We're-
we did
we're too
one
busy
time.
Fighting and
One
fucking each
time
other.
we
One
did.
time we did, and look where that got us, America.
We fucking
That was a Declaration
Blew
of
'em up.
Independence, boys.
Literally. Sorry, we're not paying your taxes anymore. Now here we are, taxed to fucking death.
Now I don't mean to pivot too
They'd
hard.
be
We're talking 9/11,
upset.
but have you heard about the Boston Tea Party when they threw that tea?
I've heard of the Boston Tea
No,
Party.
but
yes.
the tea itself, it wasn't like us that have like these individually pre-packaged
No, it's
single
like
cups of tea.
pound teas.
It was like a brick of tea that lasted people a year, and it was
Yeah.
like thousands and thousands and thousands
Yeah.
and thousands
the
of those.
equivalent to like
you guys
Some
want to go throw your
wild-
K-cups in the fucking water real quick?
Right? Yeah. no.
it equivalent
Let's
to
go
some
throw our
wild
plastic
amount
cups
of
of coffee in
Right.
the fucking ocean.
Like it was like some percent of the country's tea, like
Yeah.
they threw like that.
That was
And
yeah,
fucked
it
up.
was
Dude,
kinda
turn that
insane.
bitch brown.
dude,
They
that-
made tea out the ocean, son.
the ocean.
They made tea out the ocean, dog.
Saltwater tea.
Did y'all talk about the NORAD drills?
Not yet.
Okay, so on
Oh,
9/11.
we went ahead and covered that. Yeah, no.
Next topic. Okay, so the same day, NORAD, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, that's NORAD, something like that, whatever. They're running practice drills where the scenario was a plane crashing into World Trade Centers, right? So they're telling all our fighter jets who would normally be up in there and shoot a fucking plane down before it hits a building, they were all doing dog fights, like fake fights in there, if y'all know what dog fights are. Fake fights where like that was a scenario, so they're like scrambling all across the country, like just running drills like that. And then they didn't know when it was a real call that like a plane's about to hit fucking World Trade Center. Like they thought they were still doing their practice shit, but it was real. So it's like, what fucking coincidence is it that something real like that happens and their scenarios that they're running are like doing the same shit? Like impossible. Okay, that's too much of a
Now,
coincidence.
have you heard the same principle applied to other tragic events?
Like what?
Public shootings, mass shootings. I've heard the same thing of, oh, there was a government. It's just something that I've seen.
Training exercises
Yeah.
prior to, but in a close timeline.
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot, and I know we're just talking about it, and that's why I bring it up. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've heard it repeated about a lot of instances. So that's one that's kind of muddies the water a little bit. You know, it's evidence, but at the same time, it's like, man, I've heard that about everything though. Like,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But that's like a major thing that like, I don't know. I've heard that like reported so much. It's like, damn, is that really true?
That's
and
what
it's
I'm
like, are all those other
Maybe it
events
just
that, like,
happens. No.
Is that like with everything else that lines up with? Is like, are all those like false flag kind of events?
I bet it is,
Or
dude.
What?
Right?
Or what? And I don't know. There's thousands of engineers that agree that the towers couldn't fall that fucking fast out of like nowhere. All right.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if anybody ever goes and tries to take a plane and fly it in the Twin Towers, those motherfuckers are getting shot down
In 2 seconds.
so fucking
In 2
fast.
seconds.
And I get that 01 was a different time, but I still don't believe that it was that. Like, I bet they still. I mean, I don't get it.
From a very simple
Absolutely not.
mind, like this is like zero science. This is just like me having a beer talking. It kind of is hard to believe. How would you crash into the top
Dude,
and the whole thing
right?
crashes?
Okay.
Like
you-
that's the most simple thing. Like if you have a Jenga tower and you are pulling from the top, how does the whole thing fall over?
It didn't hit in this. I mean, it hit towards top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which-
It absolutely did. Look, you can see in those pictures.
But
Up at
no,
the
that's
top.
what I'm saying. Like, how does the whole thing collapse?
The
if
other
you're-
one is the one that hit a little bit lower.
Yeah.
But you're
the
still
second
saying
one-
a little bit lower, top
And that
70%.
still doesn't
First
explain
off-
Tower 7.
First off, that's
son.
2 headshots almost. Like that's 2, like, gotcha, like perfect, got him, like pop, pop, like dude, that doesn't.
We're getting headshots around number 5.
Right? Yes.
Dude,
Yeah.
that
Nice.
blows
nice,
my mind
nice.
to even see that picture, Jesse. The picture that you have, it's a still frame, like not a great resolution.
It's
That's
single frame from a video that they
Yeah.
blew up
dude.
and shit. Yeah.
That's just to like know the impact of what's about to happen.
Have you seen the
It's
videos? Like
unreal.
the people jumping out? So fucking sad.
Fucked
so,
up,
dude,
man.
got me
Yep.
fucked up. That shit is so sad. People just being like, well, I'm going to fucking die if I burn here. Like, I might as well just jump. So I'm going to jump so I don't have to feel the fucking fire. Like, oh, dude, Jesus Christ. Like, that shit is terrible. There was I saw a documentary. I don't think I finished it. I think I started it, though. It was about it was a guy, like, trying to find out, I guess, about this certain guy who was jumping out of the World Trade Center. He, like, took a photo of it, and then he, like, found out who the guy was in the photo and, like, all this other shit. And it's just, like, fucking so sad.
honestly, just
Terrible.
like okay, this sounds kind of childish, or this sounds whatever. Fuck. It's like, have you ever been to a high cliff where you're like looking in the water and you're like, you have to convince yourself to jump into the water? Can
Dude, I
you
mean-
imagine?
You gotta like grab something to look over the edge.
Yeah.
Well, dude, like you know, you're jumping into
Yeah.
a safe place. You've seen 10 people
Yeah, I
do
normally
it in
grab
front
Dom's
of you.
dick
yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, what if we fall?
hold me.
What if?
I should be laughing. It's just like, is this genuine?
Yeah.
Like you see, I've seen those
Terrible.
videos, and it's like I can't. I've gone to like the high cliffs in Austin where you like jump into crystal clear water and you see what you're jumping into, and you know what you're doing. You've seen like the girl do it,
Dude.
the kid do it, and you go up there
Yeah.
and do it, and I'm like, ah, dude, I'm like, fuck, I'm 27, I'm a grown ass man, I do stupid
I
shit.
jump into this shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt my nuts though.
And you think about it, you have that fear. Like I cannot fathom
What-
the
I mean-
emotion that these people were experiencing.
What other choice do
That's
you
what
have?
I'm saying. But
Fight
to
or
be at that
fight or
flight,
crossroad,
man.
to
You have
be
de-
at that
You
crossroad,
have
like
death
to
by
have,
burning or death by falling and hitting the ground, which I think most people say like when you fall from a tall building like that, you have a heart attack and die before you hit
Oh,
the ground.
yeah,
but
for
like,
sure.
who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Who the fuck
Like,
knows?
there-
that quote literally is like, who came first, the chicken or the egg? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. You're
Right.
sit-
Yeah.
You're
At
talking
some
a
point,
fucked
you're
off
sitting
situation.
there,
You're splitting hairs.
looking at that window,
Yeah,
going,
splitting
"Do I
hairs.
jump
Yeah.
or do I stay here?"
Oh my god.
So shit.
And especially the people that were atop,
Yeah.
above everything. When
Yo,
it was
but on the
burning.
real, like, shout out anyone, like, if you had any family members or something that experienced, like, we're not trying to downplay any of this.
No.
We're just
dude,
talking
not at
theories
all.
and stuff, and
No.
like utmost respect to anyone that's affected. Because I have a lot of family in New Jersey that
I've tried to
was
reiterate that
affected.
because
Yeah.
that's not what's
I
going on.
guess
you
I'm
know?
just having my own little personal piece right here because I'm just like thinking about those clips. Like, you're literally watching someone's family member end their life, like, by personal sacrifice. That's wild.
Dude, it's
And
awful.
then you see like
awful.
the firefighters like going into those buildings, like that's almost equal to the guy jumping out of the building.
Dude, there's
You know what
people
I mean?
right
Like-
now with cancer.
Yeah. Oh,
Still
dude, fucking
dealing with
Jon Stewart, shout out. You deserve blowjobs for fucking life, dude. You watch any
He
of
gets
his fucking...
blowjobs for life. Trust me.
He deserves it. Have you seen any
Yeah,
of his
he
more
was
recent
a
stuff?
firefighter or some shit, wasn't he?
I don't know about the
That
firefighters.
was, that was Buscemi. That was Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi, yeah.
Oh yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Steve Buscemi, yeah, he was a firefighter. He wouldn't help.
Three beer queer over here. Can I
Hey,
say that?
bro.
What?
Can I say that?
What? Are you gay?
Okay, look.
Gotta make sure he
If you're
brings it
gay,
to the party
you can
before
say
you
it if you're
get
gay,
it
but if
out,
you're
bro.
not, you
That's
can't.
how you,
Hey,
bro. I'll
you
take
know what?
this last one.
Do I need to make a beer?
I got another claw in there. It's cool. I got another claw.
No, we'll be out of conspiracy theories pretty quick here because this third one is almost too much, bro.
Yeah, no, we can't even.
I didn't
start
even
this
write
one.
very much about this because,
You
like, what the
can't.
fuck do I write about? Like,
It's
on my
an
notes,
idea.
like, it's the shortest.
I
topic.
got my take on this
So
situation.
this
as
one I
well.
just wrote Illuminati, and it's like what the fuck do you? I guess like Illuminati. That's like an elite. I can't fucking talk already. The Illuminati is an elite group of people running the world. All right, so you have like the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the Freemasons, shit like that, right? They run major media, the news,
It's a
music,
badass
movies,
name.
Hollywood, government, every fucking thing, right? And it's all conspiracy because who the fuck is gonna claim like, yep, I'm part of it? It's like nobody, and you can't prove it. You can't prove somebody's part of it. And they say like Jay-Z and Beyonce are part of it, like Taylor Swift, like all this other crazy shit. Side note, I didn't write this one down, but they say Taylor Swift is a clone of the guy who started the Church of Satan's daughter. She looks just like that bitch.
Oh, that's fucking
Just
creepy.
like
Say
that
that, dude.
bitch.
That's so creepy.
Yeah.
So my take on the whole Illuminati, it's a broad, it's a big thing. I mean, and I'm making jokes. Y'all can't even see. It's literally, it says Illuminati.
Yeah.
Like it says Illuminati and then like 3 points. And
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to write about
'Cause
this?
it's
Like, you
so-
just talk about it. Like, everybody knows what that is.
I closely tie into kind of the way I look at things as the Illuminati and the flat Earth kind of go hand in hand in the sense that I believe these are these are conspiracy theories that are so far left or right, or they seem so extraneous, or they seem so like, oh, like that can't be real. But I think that there is some type of truth to them. I believe the Earth is fucking round. I'm saying that the flat Earth theory also holds these things that it's teaching you something, but it's not necessarily at face value. It's more so to question everything around you.
Yeah.
The Illuminati question everything around you. You know, are you being pushed by media?
Yeah.
Dude, I wake up and I'm like,
There are ulterior motives here.
bro, my Yamaha dirt bike's in my house and my Chevy truck, and I gotta go to Taco Bell, and I gotta go drink some Miller, and you're surrounded by these like interests and these like private companies that are pushing the way that they want you to think, and I think that that's what these grandiose conspiracy theories stem from. They stem from society telling ourselves, hey, question reality, and I think that that's important. I don't believe there's fucking flat, and I don't believe that there's like 3 dudes who run the world, but I do believe that there's private interests that have influence on the world,
Yeah.
and I do believe that that there's things that the people in the world don't teach other people because it doesn't behoove
Yeah.
anybody. You know,
I would agree.
I benefit if Jesse's the dumber Jesse is, the more I benefit, right? I mean, I know that's stupid, but that's the way I
There's
think people
shit
think.
me and you should never know.
Right?
Absolutely.
I'll agree with that statement.
Absolutely.
I'll agree with that as well.
We don't need to know.
That's a good way to
Everybody
look at it. I don't
doesn't
even know
need to
that's
know
nasty,
everything
yeah.
that's going on.
I don't need
that.
to know it. Not my fucking problem.
There's always going to be casualties of war.
Always, they will always
I mean
be that.
like physically and mentally. I mean that in like every sense of that.
It's changing
I
now.
mean that like for all of us to like, for Americans, I'll say, okay, I'll put it this way: for Americans to win, some other people got to get fucked off. Like, not everybody gets
take out
not everybody.
Americans.
Not everybody gets
To win,
For some
somebody has to
people-
lose.
Yeah, somebody's got to lose. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
which is true. Which is what you're
yeah,
saying.
I was just trying to group it to like this group.
No, you're 100% correct.
But yes, absolutely. And that's just a shitty part of fucking life. And I mean, that's what it is. But
Yeah.
it seems like we're all slaves. And I say we're as in everybody listening to this, everybody that's here in this room, every fucking body. Like, there's a few people that are winning in life in the world that are pulling all the strings and shit.
I don't think so.
It's you don't think so?
No.
I think that
It's a rat race up there.
it's like
it's a rat race.
It's
up
a
there.
far stretch. I will say it's a very far stretch, but I think there's like a few. I won't say a few. How many people do I really think? I don't know how many people I think, but I think there are people that are winning at life and pulling strings and shit, and then there's everybody else that are we're how do I say this? I'll just say it like we're slaves to the system.
Right.
We're all working our fucking jobs. We're all having to go to work every day. We're having to
We
fucking
pay
do
taxes.
our shit. We're paying our taxes.
Our money goes up.
We-
It flows up river, right?
Money is the next topic that I have on here.
Absolutely.
And I definitely want
Yes.
to cover that one tonight. But I think there are people that are benefiting from us paying taxes and playing the game that is life and that is government, that is
Dude,
society.
we're sitting at the board. Somebody's playing banker.
Yeah, exactly.
We're sitting at the
There you
board,
go.
somebody's
There
playing
you go.
banker, man.
Monopoly. That's real shit.
It is.
Look,
That's real
okay.
shit.
Now,
So Jesse, before we move on, Jesse, you said you don't believe that there's what do you not believe? I guess that there's not like a
They're
few
not
people
winning.
like
you
winning.
don't.
What do you?
What's considering winning?
When I say winning, I don't mean like you're just like living life perfectly. I mean like they're benefiting from all of us being just having to work and pay taxes and do all
Winning's
this other
food,
shit.
shelter, and reproduction, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
So like
And
technically
happiness
everybody's
at the
winning.
end
So
of the day.
those three principles
Yeah.
max.
Okay,
maximize.
so the meaning that I'm going after is like they're benefiting from all of us like living this life where we have to work and we have to like pay our bills and have to like we just have to keep doing it. We have to keep playing the game of life.
I can't not go to work some days.
yeah,
like-
exactly. Yeah,
like-
yeah,
I can call in, what have you, but
yeah.
there's a certain days out of the month.
There's some
We
people
all
that
I
don't
have
have
to go to work to pay my bills.
But just think there's plenty of people out
That's
there
slavery.
that they don't have to worry about anything
ever.
ever.
And their parents
And they've
did,
never
and their
had-
grandparents did,
Yeah.
and their kids won't, and their parents won't, and their grandkids won't, and their great grandparents won't.
Hey, I think Moo has a really good point to make about this. Oh,
Yep.
tell us more. Tell us more. Moo, what you think?
You're the only one that knows, Moo.
No? Okay. Okay. She apparently has all the answers, but doesn't want to speak. We're
I
speaking
don't
English, Moo.
think there's
English.
necessarily I mean, there's a 1%, yes,
Yeah.
but I don't think anybody's necessarily winning at things because at the end of the day, what do we have from what we, if you believe in evolution or however we came about, what makes it winning?
This is true. See, yeah, but okay. So the
Money
meaning,
doesn't make it
Yeah,
win.
that was the meaning that I was going after. Was like a specific
More
meaning.
money.
Doesn't mean you're winning.
It's like
no,
it really
no.
comes down to like what you believe in, like afterlife or like the point of life
Right.
or anything like that. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in that instance, I just meant like somebody who's benefiting from all of us being like,
Thank you, Michael
fucking
McDonald.
slaves.
Cheers, mate.
At the end of the day, my opinion
Hell yeah,
doesn't
brother.
matter if you got fucking $8 million or $3 as long as you're a person.
yeah,
A
yeah,
good
dude,
person.
fucking
like
facts.
at the end of the day,
Get this bitch in.
money doesn't
No, I hear
mean
you.
fucking
I
shit.
hear you. No, but we're talking beyond money. Okay, and I'm not trying to boil it down too quick. I'm not trying to jump
Right.
over too many points, but this idea of I'm gonna go borrow $1,000 from the bank, and then
Evan,
they're gonna give
you're
me
out. Sorry.
$1,000, and then I
took your spot.
Right there. Come on.
Damn, sorry, Evan. She had a couple points to make. She was making good points. The people wanted to know. The people wanted to know what
It's the
Moo
dual
had to say.
color eyes that
Um,
get everybody.
The fucking attitude
Okay,
just
so
gave me shit.
that kind of will lead us into my next point that I
Yeah,
was going to
it
talk
does,
about
it does.
was how our money works.
Which is
and-
fucked.
go watch Zeitgeist.
Dude, fucking
That-
for real.
it's- that's
And
starter pack.
It's like a bitch to find that one because there's like so many other
It used to be on
Zeitgeist
Netflix,
things.
bro.
Yeah, it did. It did. You can find it on YouTube. It's Zeitgeist. Watch Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist.
It's on
yeah.
YouTube.
The first one.
Right. So currently here in the U.S., I'll say just in the U.S. because actually I don't think it's backed by gold anywhere. I could be wrong, but I know that like
So my understanding was backed by
99
silver.
I thought it
yeah,
was
silver,
gold.
precious metal.
Precious
It's backed
metal.
by precious metal.
Okay.
So our money right now is not backed by anything, right? It's just backed by what the fuck they say
The
it's
the
worth.
bill says it. The bill doesn't say it. I'm sorry.
It doesn't.
It
Says it's legal tender.
right, but it used to say this bill is legal tender. Doesn't even say it
Isn't
anymore.
also the Federal Reserve owned by a private company?
We're gonna get to that, right?
So
okay,
the bill
so-
says this note is legal tender for all debts.
Crap.
Oh,
Fucking
oh
ass.
man, I have so many points to like keep leading into other points and shit. Like my
Yeah.
transitions on
It's
this
just-
were perfect. See what happens when I write my points down? Like They're just on fire, right?
So what you're
fucking
saying
okay.
is we need to start writing
Hey.
shit down the week
Hey,
before.
probably
The,
so.
the real pivot master's over here, okay, guys? All right.
For real. Okay, so money, all right? If you don't know how our money works in our country, right? We have a Federal Reserve, right? And they are privately owned. They are not federally owned. They are not owned by us, the people. They are privately owned by the Rothschilds,
Yes.
right? And I'm sure everybody knows that name, the Rothschilds,
They've
right?
been saying it in chat.
Exactly. There you go.
Also,
okay,
second
okay.
note,
See,
fuck NTTA.
Yeah, fuck NTTA, yeah.
That's where your money goes, yeah.
So the Rothschilds, they own the Federal Reserve. They bailed America out of the recession and shit back in the day, I believe is how it all started. But
Well,
so
they just printed more money.
So J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, and Exxon. I'm sorry. Exxon, Shell, BP, Chevron. I said that all fucking wrong. J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Citigroup, and Wells Fargo own Exxon, Shell, BP, and Chevron. So all the big banks own all the big gas, right? All the big oil, everything like that. So
Doesn't that
these,
just like hold on, real quick pause? Doesn't that just seem hard to fathom?
yes,
Like
yes,
just
because
because no disrespect, you go in with more facts. It's like you kind of get like clouded. Like just fathom
where
that.
we all put our money into accounts, they own
Yeah.
what we put into our
what
car
runs
every
this
fucking
country
day.
is
Yes.
also what fuels this
Absolutely.
country. Is also
Absolutely.
what funds this country. Is all owned by the same. Like just resignate. Just let that simmer.
These
Let
so
that. Yes. It's
those
fucked.
companies I just mentioned, they are the top 10 stockholders of every Fortune 500 company.
And that wasn't to
Fortune
disrail
500.
you. That
That's
was just
the
like to
top
put it in
500
perspective.
companies
Yeah.
in the world. All right,
That's all the money.
They are the top owners of each one, right?
That's- dude,
top
that's
10
all the money.
stockholders of each one, right? So you have the Federal Reserve. They print money, okay? They print our money. So the Federal Reserve is the central bank of the U.S. Europe has a European Central Bank. All right, they have their own, but it's all owned by the same company. I think it's like there's only like 4 countries in the world that are left that don't have a central bank owned by the Rothschilds.
And
So
y'all know them. Y'all
and
see
y'all
them.
know them. It's every single one that we're at war with.
And
Let's
we
put
were,
it that
we were
way.
chanting on the news when they were taking them down. Straight
Exactly.
up, all of them.
Okay, so most central banks have 2 jobs. They regulate and oversee the nation's commercial banks by making sure that banks have enough money in reserve to avoid bank runs, which is when they don't have enough money. So a bank, it's called fractional reserve banking. A bank has to have, I think, 10% in their reserves of what they loan out. So if they have $1,000, they can loan out $10,000.
90% of their money is
Because
fucking made up.
It's
in the
fake
20s,
money.
that was a
because
rule.
in the recession,
Yep.
they switched over to all this. They got bailed out. All the banks got bailed out. We went to wars. We got out of the recession through war because people come together in wartime. People spend money in wartime. The government decides that they can spend fake money in wartime, and then people have money that's fake, I guess,
Money's
initially.
not,
Dude.
It's
Well,
it's a fucking
So
piece of paper.
fractional reserve, right? So banks just have to have 10% of what they loan out. All right. So the Federal Reserve regulates and oversees the nation's commercial banks, making sure they have enough money, avoid bank runs. They conduct monetary policy, which is increasing or decreasing the money supply to speed up or slow down the overall economy.
China does this in more of a public manner.
Absolutely. And they control the interest rate, which is the price of borrowing money. So the Federal Reserve prints $100, right?
Or-
They loan it to a bank.
It's her. It's Meg. It's
It's
Meg.
Meg. It's Meg. Somebody's here. It's Meg.
It's a robbery. It just
Yeah, it's a
sounds
robbery in
just
my
like
house.
his fiance. It's
Okay,
crazy.
so the Federal.
I'm about to like get a gun. dog.
You're interrupting my fucking good points
Just
here.
throw your white claw at her. She'll catch it. She'll drop the
I
gun.
like that. I like that.
Anyways,
Moo, shut
It's
the
not
fuck
a
up.
threat,
Y'all
it's
go in the
just
other room
Megan.
with that shit.
look,
Man, I'm gonna beat y'all ass tonight.
look. If Tori makes $250 a week and I loan him $1,000,
Hi,
right?
Megan.
It's gonna take him a month to pay that back.
No.
That man didn't have that money to begin with.
Tom, you're explaining a weird way. So the Federal Reserve, right? They print off a $100 bill. They give it to a Chase Bank for $110, right?
110.
But
They made
they've
up
only
money.
printed 100. So where does that extra 10 come from? I don't fucking know.
That's what
the
I'm saying.
bank turns around, loans it to Evan,
And expects you to pay
and
it.
expects Evan to pay back $120 off a $110 loan. But the Federal Reserve only printed $100, so there's now $20 that are unaccounted for that is supposed to be paid back. Where the fuck does that extra
Is that-
$20
hold on,
come
what's-
from?
Is The Big Short? Is that what this movie's about?
That's about
Similar.
the housing market, the
Similar.
crash.
That literally like
But
let me
Evan,
explain
Levin
it.
schemes,
Evan,
Levin
we're
schemes.
talking fractional reserve banking.
Down to the dollar, bro.
This is how our country works, right?
Overdraft
It
fees.
is.
That's what this.
We
that's what
literally
this is.
can never pay back our debt because it is printed from a private company
We will
and
always
at
be in
fucking
debt.
interest rate.
Give me your
You
control
can't pay
of
back
the
our money.
and
You
I'll
can't just
control
make
it.
money
Because
up out
it's
of
not-
nowhere.
My head.
It's
It's
not
not
money.
real.
It's
It's
not
not real.
It's a piece of paper.
These
with
are
the fucking
computer. These are
$20
just
on it.
numbers. These are computer numbers just working.
So the Federal Reserve was the big thing because
So
they
the
took-
Federal
yeah.
Reserve, right? Yeah.
Yep.
The Federal. They came out like, we'll print money. We'll make it worth something.
which is good in the next segue too.
But it's not backed by precious metals. It's not backed by gold or silver. It's not backed by anything. It's just fucking numbers that the Federal
trust
Reserve
me.
decides.
No, trust me, Mr.
So yes,
Man.
yes, I
this is
said-
a good bill.
I said
for
the
you.
Federal Reserve, they decide the interest rates and everything like that. They control all of that. And that is a privately owned institution. And a lot of people don't realize that. The way our country works on money right now is fucked off. It doesn't
If
make
you
any
even know,
sense.
you realize how fucked up it is.
it's a
You don't
never-
have to be a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah,
It-
you just have to know how
that's true.
Federal Reserve
It hurts
banking
your-
works.
That's how
And you-
fucking money works, dude. You got
I-
5, spend 5, right?
If anybody doesn't believe that, I swear, like, you just go look up fractional reserve banking and how all this shit works. And I'm telling you, it doesn't make any fucking sense. I feel like if the whole country knew that that's what we were operating on, they'd be like, ha, I'm not fucking doing this
Ignorance is
anymore.
bliss, man. Ignorance is bliss,
Yeah,
right?
it really is. It really is. Because now here I know all this shit. I'm just like, what
Well,
the
so these
fuck?
guys in chat got a good point right here.
Yeah.
He said Cuba, Syria, Iraq, North Korea.
I
don't
believe it is those.
right, so it's those, but that's the thing. You know, they've made it illegal to
Yes.
to go against the money people. And if you go against the money people, you're
Yeah.
gonna get fucking shot,
Yes.
and they're gonna
You really
put
will.
you out.
Trump is actually talking about right now going back to a gold standard or a silver standard, some sort of standard, and he's put people in position in charge of the Federal Reserve because there are people that it's privately owned, but like I think it's federally operated. I guess I don't know,
Right.
but I know that he does have people in place that control that sort of shit that he's like trying to get to go back to some sort of precious metal standard,
As they should,
which
right?
is very, very important because our shit right now is so off the fucking wall. It's off the wall. I have a couple more notes here about the our money and shit. So expansionary monetary policy is when central banks want to speed up the economy. They increase the money supply, so they print more money. It decreases interest rates because it's easier to get it.
Like 5
And then it leads to more borrowing and spending, which booms our economy up. And then whenever they want to slow it down, they'll fucking do the exact
some great
opposite.
notes in there.
So they can literally. I have notes out the
Is
ass.
this what the people want?
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
Right.
people keep telling me. Yeah,
Shit.
absolutely, absolutely. So
People
It's
keep
like
telling me they
arguing
want.
everything
that's
that
expansionary.
somebody
So contractionary monetary policies when they slow it down. So they want to slow down the economy. They decrease the money supply. They print less. Less money is available. It'll increase the interest rates and decrease borrowing and spending. Right. This is education, y'all. This is free
There's
education.
subsections on these points.
Yeah, I have 5 fucking
I
pages.
have
of
never
notes
seen
here.
this much passion
Yeah.
come from anything.
I'm telling you, this.
You know he got this from me.
I love
You
this
better
shit.
get
I
The
love this shit.
subcategory?
Whatever, Meg.
Crazy.
Don't even get me started
Crazy.
on that.
So, in layman's terms, right, to wrap it all up, so the Federal Reserve prints money out of nothing, lends it to a bank with interest. The bank distributes the money out, but needs to make money off of what you pay, so they like to for their loan. So the Fed prints 1,000, banks loan to you for 1,010, banks loan it to you for, or I'm sorry, they loan to a bank for 1,010, they loan it to you for 1,020. Extra $20 out of fucking nowhere. Made up money. Made
Trump is
up
actually the
fucking
Antichrist.
money.
What I
Not
was
Jesus.
what I was trying to tell
Hey,
you.
chill, lady.
It's a
Chill.
great
Chill. God, we
Chill.
got a lot of voices
Chill.
on here now. And
Chill.
what I was trying to say earlier was when you got a village and there's $100 accumulated wealth between everybody, and Tor needs to borrow money, and you lend him money and then you give him interest. He can't get the extra money from his fucking village because the money's not there. And so they
Yeah.
make up this money, and then they make this rat race.
And
you
that's
know,
how
like,
our fucking country works.
You know?
So Evan, you brought up
boils
The
it
Big
down.
Short earlier. It's a movie about the housing
It's
economy crash in 2008.
It's about my dick.
It's
The
from
Big
the
Short.
housing market, right? And have you
It's
seen?
a mind. No, I've
assuming
seen
you've
the
seen it,
movie.
yeah.
It's a mind fuck of a movie, but it really reminds me of what you all were.
That's
just
real
talking
shit,
about.
though.
Yeah.
That's real shit. They
It's
were
real shit, but,
packaging
like,
up
hold on.
shitty
It's
loans.
Like, it's so fucking crazy because like you go into it thinking you're seeing a movie, but it's like a political. It's almost like a documentary.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's informative, obviously. So it is. Okay, now we're getting this dude on a rant. Dick, you know where it got bad is when he's the last 8 to
jeez.
9 comments.
Whoa!
But
all right, don't even pay attention to that. Don't even pay attention to that. So The Big Short,
yes.
God's not
the
real.
housing
Jesus
market,
ain't real, homie.
So the housing lenders, they pretty much took a bunch of really shitty loans, like ones that they didn't think they could really pay back, lumped them all together, and then called it whatever they call their good loans. I think it's like an A++ loan. And they lumped up a bunch of shitty ones into one good loan. So they were like banking all these loans being like solid as fuck. And then all of a sudden, all these really solid fucking loans couldn't be paid back. So then all these banks and shit started crashing.
Oh, that's wild.
It's pretty much rich people playing fucking games with all those poor people.
I mean, also
it
our
just
cars,
shows to, like,
dude.
where
It's literally
we get
GM pulls
distracted
bailouts
like
and
on
shit.
fucking on the small details. Like there's a lot more.
Hey,
Going
can you
on.
mute that dude real quick?
I can put him in timeout.
Hey, Michael Green, God's not real, Jesus ain't real, and yeah, that's all I got to say to you.
My argument.
put them in time out.
Trump's
Hey,
I'm sorry, Michael.
I used to
I'm
have to
sorry.
convince you. I used to have to convince you. This
People
stuff,
go a little
man.
crazy in the chat and they clog it up.
I like
Alright?
how it says deleted by. Wild.
I didn't delete those. Those
Oh,
were,
no,
he's
okay.
putting time
Yeah.
out.
No, he's in timeout.
If y'all watching, make sure you put it in live chat, not top chat, live chat. Michael's been going off a little bit. It's fine, but just gotta chill out for a little bit. Let some other people talk. So our money's not backed by anything. This kind of goes into our next segment of JFK, the murder of JFK, John F. Kennedy, right? Our president.
Very specific
three
to the
shooters.
Dallas
I
scene,
feel like we were
stunt
at church
scene.
together.
Y'all-
I just like to throw
what
it in.
page were we
Right.
singing?
What verse?
Yeah,
The
what
grassy
verse?
knoll.
What verse?
Yes.
Mm.
So JFK is the president. He was killed
Grassy
here in
knoll.
Dallas, right?
Yeah, right.
Y'all
That's
chill-
last.
y'all chill out.
Hey,
So-
Gaston, that's last.
Yeah. Epstein's coming up eventually.
Yeah, are we gonna get
We may
time to
not.
hit
I don't think
Epstein?
we're gonna make that tonight. We're only on fucking number.
Yeah,
5.
super interesting. I saw an article that the JFK memorial where he was shot is one of the most highly what is it?
Yeah, skip the Clinton
Visited?
family. They're fine.
Highly
Google.
likely for Rex.
Oh,
It's,
like
like,
for Rex.
unsafe
Yeah,
to
absolutely,
drive at
absolutely,
because it's,
absolutely.
Like, it's such an
Yeah.
attraction.
Because people are
seen that
smashing
road?
blocks
Look
over
where
that
it
shit, dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
People
yeah.
popping fucking fat
Start
wheelies
off
over that
easy.
shit.
Let's go.
That's
Yes.
dope.
1,
Yeah.
2.
I started.
Y'all chill out over there. All right. So next up we have JFK. So JFK,
Hello.
who's the president that was murdered, right? He wanted to end the CIA and the Federal Reserve, right? He wanted to go back to a silverbacked, dollar for us, right? They killed that motherfucker. All right, he went against the fucking grain of what's going on here, and they said no, sir, and they shot that ass, dude.
Dude.
They shot that ass in public, son.
We live.
And that's
in,
here in Dallas.
We live in Dallas.
All right, I can't tell how many times I
You
wheeled
can't
over
make
that
that
X.
shot.
Say I've wheelied over
Somebody,
both those X's.
they don't know who does it, but somebody comes and paints an X where he's murdered all the fucking time. They keep a fresh X on it.
The
Wait.
city doesn't do it?
They
Dude.
don't know who does it.
You cannot.
No, it's a
Hold
mystery.
on. I was gonna say the city
It's a mystery.
doesn't do that.
No, the city
No.
doesn't do that. It's a
City doesn't do
mystery.
No, I
I
want
saw
to
a
be even
documentary
more
about
fucked
it. You cannot
up
make that shot, dude.
I want to be like the guy that puts a second X. So like they
No.
question shit.
There
like,
is 2 X's because the first shot and the second shot. So
Yeah.
there's 2 X's.
Yeah. So they don't know who's painting that shit, but they
No.
say it came
Can you
from
imagine? They're like, why is there 2 X's?
they,
Because they got shot twice. There's 2 shots. That's why there's 2
Yeah.
X's.
They won't put 3. Why is there 3?
Let's keep
Oh.
adding it.
Okay, so
not
allegedly,
funny.
the story goes you shot from the book Suppository. Suppository, I said it.
You can't
Suppository.
make that shot,
up
dude.
top.
It's an anal suppository.
And that didn't fucking happen, right? So, all right, so he's going to end the CIA and the Federal Reserve, dude. Okay, so the government, right? So, George Bush Sr. and, what was it, LBJ? I think LBJ. I have it written down here. LBJ, they both knew about it because they were both telling people that day, watch out, there's going to be fireworks later, right? Telling people to watch the fuck out, right? So, JFK, he's coming through Dallas. He, I don't know what the fuck it was on.
It was a
I
parade.
think he landed.
It was a
doing
parade.
a parade route, right? Doing a parade, got shot from the top floor of a, it was a library? What the fuck was it?
a book printing
Book
facility.
depo-
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
book. Okay, yeah. So shot from the top floor. Some dude that was disgruntled by him. Bullshit,
You
right?
you can't make that shot, dude. That's
No.
not a shot you can
No.
just make. That's a very
No.
one of the best in
and
the world. Can
I've
make
heard.
that.
Oh, and I heard Joe Rogan say it wasn't that hard of a shot.
I've heard Joe Rogan say some dumb shit too. So
Absolutely, 100%. And I didn't add this on my list, but there are plenty of conspiracies. There's plenty of conspiracies about Joe Rogan and how he's like super corrupt now, and like the man got to him and like kind of. Absolutely, dude. He used to be like this woke figure, and now he's like not at all. He just like doesn't buy into any bullshit like that.
He stays
just, like,
neutral now.
He stays super neutral. Yes.
he'll have Alex Jones on and not ask him the good questions.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
and I get why.
It's bullshit. He used to be like the woke figure of that community, and
used to
now
be
he's just like
bro-bro.
neutral.
Maybe he recognizes that it's easier to get his channel taken or is
You guys
I don't
speak in
know.
the mic.
I don't know, but he says he doesn't
I'm
care
aware.
about that shit. So
He says he doesn't, but
so
at
you
the
have
same time, like, there's certain shit you can't post as a
hey,
YouTuber.
hey, hey,
Jesus
grab
Christ,
the, grab
right?
the
Grab a
microphone.
mic.
Grab the microphone if you
Don't
want
just
to
be
talk.
chatting. No.
Otherwise,
hey.
otherwise we're talking to nobody. You got to talk in the microphone, or we're talking
Or
to
don't.
nobody.
Or don't. That'd be
Yeah.
ideal. Don't.
stop yelling at me.
Okay, so JFK, before he took office, he did fuck over the mafia because he did have ties with them.
I think
heard
his
plenty
dad
of-
fucked over the mafia more.
It was
so.
him. He
JFK Jr.?
Yeah. Yes. So I've listened to a bunch of podcasts and shit on this, and there's one specifically called Mafia, and it talks about how JFK fucked him all over. He was in with them, and then he like became president, and then he like started fucking them all over and like getting their power taken away and all this other shit. So JFK, he fucked over the mafia, so that's like one of the things that like, oh, the mafia probably did it. If it wasn't just some random dude, it was probably the mafia that fucking put a hit out on him. But it's like, I don't fucking believe that because the mafia's pretty much done for. I
He
think
also
by the
had
time
Bay of
that.
Pigs going on, he had everything else that was going on.
Speak that truth,
Oswald?
Jesse.
Oswald, okay.
Oswald.
Oswald.
Yeah.
He was Russian.
Yeah.
First off, he
Yep.
was from.
Where the fuck he's from? Yeah, I
whatever
forgot most of the
area.
information
He
I know
had
about him.
influences. He had things to deal with it.
Yeah,
Was he an only shooter? Could he have made it
I don't know.
physically? I mean, yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
maybe.
Could have just been a fucking psycho.
He could have
So-
been fucking. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't.
There, I think it
don't
was
know,
last year, or
man.
the year before. There's a bunch of memos that were, or there's a bunch of information about the JFK shooting that was declassified, right?
like
And there was still
conspiracies.
stuff that was redacted because they redact things that are people that are still alive that could be affected by it being released. So they released a bunch of info.
Well, Trump.
And it was
released a
pretty
whole
much
bunch.
proven that like the Bush family, like Bush Senior, he knew about it, and LBJ, they both knew about it. They were both there was written memos that they both knew about it. They were like hinting at it. They were kind of alluding to it, really. And I said it a second ago, but Bush Senior and LBJ, they were telling people there's gonna be big fireworks and shit that day. Watch out, shit like that. So Eisenhower warned of military-industrial complex, and then JFK was trying to get away from that, right? So it was Eisenhower and then JFK, if I recall correctly. Eisenhower warned. He was the one that first coined up the military-industrial complex. There's that really famous speech about it. I've heard it on Joe Rogan. I've heard it like plenty of other places, but mainstream as fuck. It's been on Joe Rogan. They played that fucking speech. And JFK was trying to get away from that and sought peace with Soviet Union, which is bad for business, right? So we have our Cold War. We're all ramping up our fucking nuclear programs and shit. We're like doing all this crazy shit, trying to get to the moon first, trying to do all this dumb shit, right?
Well, that was all in the
JFK was
works. NASA was all.
JFK was literally trying to get away from all of that. They say NASA is controlled by like all the Nazis and shit. Project whatever the fuck it was, where they brought all the Nazi scientists over here. All the
They
ones
did
that were
have-
killing
they did
people,
have Nazi
they brought them
scientists.
over here. Yes,
Yes.
Is that
NASA.
for World War II?
Yes,
Yes.
they
Yeah.
brought most of the scientists from Nazi Germany over to NASA, and
that was just because
dude,
I think they were
we-
greedy on the space
NASA,
program.
No, NASA only is NASA because of Nazis. They were way ahead of us, and
Nazi
we brought them here as a
space.
way for us not to
There
kill
is,
them in the
there
tribunals.
is quite a bit of plans on the
Yes.
Nazi side. of things.
Was that the Manhattan Project? I don't know which project it was, but it was one of them. Y'all can Google that shit. That's easy to find. That's common
Yeah,
knowledge
this-
for like
Get
anybody
your
who
JFK's
listens to
been.
shit.
I mean, it's been what? How many years? And it's just over and over.
1964.
So there was
1965.
the Warren Commission. It declared Lee Harvey Oswald as he acted alone, and Jack Ruby killed Oswald 2 days later. So Jack Ruby, I think he was in the FBI. Jack Ruby
He
was.
was a club owner, wasn't
I thought he was in the FBI. He was part of something. Jack Ruby was part of something, and he killed Oswald 2 days later. Like,
I thought he was a mafia guy.
he? I thought he was a club owner.
you know what? He was a club owner. Yeah, you're correct.
They
Jesse,
disenfranchise
actually.
what the fuck you
So-
know because that doesn't
so
make any
the
goddamn
guy
sense.
that took the fall for killing JFK, and then all of a sudden he's like all dazed and confused, doesn't know what the fuck's going on, which is pretty much the case in all major shootings.
MK Ultra
Yeah, MK Ultra type shit. That's an MK Ultra type beat, son.
type beat.
If y'all don't know about MK Ultra, I don't know if I even fucking included that one. I don't think I did, but that could be episode 2 for
Yeah,
sure.
He
For
was a Dallas
sure.
nightclub owner.
Yeah,
fatally
yeah.
shot Lee Harvey Oswald
Yes.
in November 23rd,
So he was saying that he was just
1963.
doing his due diligence, his fucking
Which-
duty as an American to kill the guy who killed the president. But it's like if
A
you think
day
about it,
after,
he killed the guy before he could testify, before he could explain anything, before he could say anything. He killed that motherfucker,
And the other thing
dude.
is, if you look in the videos, you watch it, and it looks like Oswald when he sees Jack Ruby.
Yeah.
He knows who he is.
Yeah,
He doesn't
Absolutely.
act like what the fuck.
yeah.
It's
Yep.
just like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I don't know, this is kind
I
of
mean, it's
wild too, but like
far,
to
it's
throw
like-
it out. So he killed Jack Ruby in '63 and then died of lung cancer in '67.
Yeah, so Jack Ruby
Yep.
killed Oswald
So
2
it's like,
days
do they
later
find
before
people
he
that
could
are,
spill
like,
the beans.
terminally-
No, they
ill.
gave him radiation to kill him.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just saying, it's kind of wild that he died 4 years
Okay,
later
so
from
yeah,
it.
I have it in my notes right here. So Jack Ruby was a nightclub owner. He told the FBI informant to watch the fireworks hours before JFK was assassinated. Right? That's kind of questionable fucking wording right there. And then there's also this magic bullet, which it was a bullet that was found like on the gurney at the hospital next to JFK, and it was perfect. It wasn't mangled up or anything. It wasn't fucked up or anything. It was just perfect. And that's not what happens when bullets fucking hit people. They start getting all kind of fucked off. When something's going that fast, even if it's hitting skin's soft, like it's gonna hit it and get fucked up.
Fragments.
It's gonna
Yeah,
bounce.
it's gonna bounce. It's gonna look all
meant to
nasty
be.
and shit. It's fucked off. It's fucked off. All right. I think there's so much about the JFK thing, but I think the big one is that like he was gonna go back to like a precious metal backed money and in the CIA, and they were not about that shit. They were saying no.
Roll on to next.
All right.
They're getting too deep,
Y'all
bro.
good?
They're getting kind of crazy.
This one's probably the deepest conspiracy
going
that I could
crazy,
come up
dude.
with.
I don't know.
Is the next one,
You're
right?
getting really crazy.
How did you
Megan knows
summarize
about
it
this?
so quickly? Because this would have been the longest
Yes.
thing on my fucking
Tom,
list.
do you know about the Black Pope?
Yeah,
We
this,
would not
thi-
have been
this is
done.
like super.
Evan, have you ever heard about the Black Pope?
This is like
Beg,
super
this is all good.
tinfoil. This is
This
like
is the most tinfoil shit you
Yeah,
can come up with.
dude.
Evan,
Alcohol
I'm
into
sorry,
this,
Evan.
okay.
Megan knows about this just because we read the same thing. There's a really long WordPress document. It's an interview.
I wish
It's
I
a
knew the
transcript
link.
of an interview, and if you Google Black Pope WordPress, it'll come up like right away because I've sent
Is
people
it
to
on
this.
Google, or do you have to go to an
No, go to
alternate?
Google. Go to Google and type in Black Pope
that's how you know it's fake.
WordPress.
Yeah, that's how.
And it's just an interview. It's like the transcripts from an interview. It's that second one. It's literally the second one. The Black
This is
Pope
the most
warning
fake
Illuminati.
thing I've ever seen in my life.
No. Yeah, that's just the title of it.
It says you visited this page many times.
I have.
We're
So
concerned about you.
so what this is if you Google this, it is a interview. It's just the transcripts from an interview between a guy who wrote a book about the Black Pope and then just a guy interviewing him. You can't find the book anywhere because the guy that he interviewed, he wrote a book about the Black Pope. You can't find it anywhere. I've tried. I've fucking tried again, and you cannot find this shit. So basically, the Black Pope, I don't know who it is right now, but his name was Adolfo Nicholas, right? And he's essentially, like, you can think of it as he's the president of the world, right? Y'all follow me so far? President of the world, Adolfo Nicholas. He is the highest ranking Freemason. It's right in front of y'all. Y'all popcorn. We can popcorn read
I've
if
been
you
doing
want to.
this for years, dude. Yeah.
Popcorn read.
Yeah, we can popcorn read if you want to.
Popcorn Tory.
Okay, back to me.
Yeah.
All right, so he's the highest ranking Freemason.
So I
So
wasn't paying attention. What
so-
page are we on? 3 or 4?
So, you guys are familiar with like the Freemasons and shit. You
I'm
have
part
them
of
like
them.
in your local communities. They do good shit for the town and everything like that. They're normally people part of your mayor for your town and everything. Normally those people are like Freemasons and shit too. And going back forever, these people have been powerful as fuck. So he's pretty much the highest ranking Freemason that you can be. Like I think it's like 33rd level, 34th, 35th, somewhere in
It's like
there.
black
some
belt
shit.
Freemason.
Yeah, exactly. Black belt Freemason. So he pretty much calls the shots on everything fucking going on in the world. The Catholic Pope, which is like the Pope you know of, the guy in the white robes and everything with the crazy fucking throne with the demonic looking shit behind him, that Pope, the Catholic one, y'all know the motherfucker.
The one who
Pull up
likes
his throne.
little
Can you pull up the
boys, that
Catholic
one.
Pope's throne, please? And put that on screen for everybody?
Like satanic rituals?
Yeah, that one. The one that has spent like $4 billion fucking settling sexual assault and rape allegations for priests and shit in the Catholic Church. Yeah, that Pope. That one. That's the motherfucker. So the Catholic Pope, he kisses the Black Pope's hand, right? So you have your Catholic Pope and then you have your Black Pope, right? The Black Pope is above the Catholic Pope. The Catholic Pope kisses his hand. He bows to him, everything like that. My words are slurring already. I'm so sorry. He pretty much
needs more
he-
White Claws.
the Black Pope, he pretty much controls banks, Freemasonry, and all secret services like MI6, the Secret Service of the U.S., everybody that fucking the Queen of England, whoever the fuck she has, I guess MI6, whatever the fuck. This is super
SAS.
conspiracy shit. Jesse over there laughing. This is
I
super
actually
deep
think
shit.
that if you get into
It's super
this,
far. Jesse, it's like 120 pages if you print that off and read it, because we did that on an airplane one time.
No, I did it before, and you did it on an airplane.
Thanks for that.
No, she did. Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
shout out. Yeah, she did it first.
I actually did it because
We got
of
Ray J in the
Jay
house.
Serene,
She
so-
hit it first.
What?
Yeah.
I found this article because of somebody I was
And you
close
printed
with.
Yeah, we
190
printed
and
off
then
and
he
read it
wanted
together.
to read it when we were going on.
She found a WordPress
Anyways,
document on
regardless.
Google. That's the second result on the Black Pope, dude.
I'm trying to catch up, so I don't know if you're discrediting her
Okay.
argument.
So this guy,
or
right?
Where this is going.
Okay, so he controls the banks, the Freemasonry, and all secret services, right? In this article that I read, this guy that wrote the book on the Black Pope, he like does a bunch of research. He all his sources and everything, all his citations and everything are in there, and it's just like probably what in the article that we read, it was probably 1,000 different books that he quoted and shit. It's a ridiculous amount of information that he quotes and everything in his book that he writes on it. And it kind of goes through and explains, like, this was written in, like, the early 2000s. It explains why the Clintons... It literally goes into the future and explains why the Clintons are going to be, like, a big... what do you want to call it? Like, a major asset to things. And, like, here we are 15 to 20 years later after this was written, and, like, the Clintons are a big thing. It kind of goes into explaining, like, why wars are fought, why pretty much everything in the world happens, and it's all kind of controlled by, like, this one group. It's mostly about, like, the Jesuits. The Black Pope and the Jesuits. The Jesuits control everything like that. If you want to talk, turn the fucking microphone straight. All right, and talk into it.
Hello.
Yes. Weird.
You're on the mic. What's your
point
beef?
of this is it goes beyond like your political stance or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying
It goes beyond everything you would ever fucking think, and it's literally like this small group. And it in this article or in this guy's book, he talks about like how it pretty much talks like it explains how to get into power. It explains that all these people fucking leading the world are all homosexual males, and they all fuck each other.
reptiles.
And they're all reptile dudes. And they
Yeah, that's the fucking truth, man. I've seen
no,
this.
it's intense. It's intense.
I just want to
It's the fucking truth, man.
I want to crack number 7 because I saw the first few.
No,
guys.
we're not
That's
going
pivot.
there.
That's a
We're not
pivot.
going there.
Yeah.
We're not going there
Why?
yet. So you have in their
I'm trying to crack the top, dude. Just
in the fucking in their
spill.
handbook, Evan. In their handbook, it literally tells these dudes how to like. If there's a rich widow, like somebody of an elite dude dies, and like the widow has a bunch of money and shit, like how to fucking get her, marry her, get her money pulled into like this Freemason shit, and pretty much take control of all that shit, and like how they keep drawing money in.
Watch the
and shit
Bezos.
like that, and-
Watch it. Watch
the
her.
what?
The Jeff Bezos Amanda.
Oh,
right?
Jeff Bezos. Yeah. His wife literally
watch
became
it.
the rich lady of the world.
Just watch it.
Out of nowhere.
Just watch it.
Yeah, watch that shit. Watch Jeff
it.
Bezos' wife.
Watch it.
Yes, literally. So,
Dive.
I would encourage everybody.
Gaston said, "Look up Denver Airport."
Oh, dude, we covered that first, dude. We covered that first. Operation Paperclip, dude. That was Paperclip was only brought
First
on the
off,
Nazis
Joe
over here.
is a shill now.
Yeah, Joe definitely a shill. So, yeah, Black Pope. I would encourage everybody to go read that. It's very long, but very informative. And very fucking interesting, but it's pretty much just a guy that, like, the Black Pope, he pretty much controls everything in the world. And Freemasons, like, the Freemasons you see in your town, those are, like, fucking nobodies. They just do good shit around your
My
town.
grandfather
So,
was a Freemason.
like, when you get to the top level Freemasons, though, they're, like, pulling
Nah, bro.
strings. They're controlling the world.
No, my grandfather was like,
Literally.
dude, it was a Boy Scout thing that I
Yes.
joined, and when I was young, and now I'm older.
So,
and it's nothing.
all right, so the Vatican owns 60% of Israeli lands, right? The Vatican owns 60% of those motherfuckers, right? And the land of the Temple Mount for the third Solomon. Okay, so third.
I don't know if I'm gonna go
Solomon
here, bro.
Solomon's third temple, whatever
it's
the fuck.
Yeah.
He's just
Solomon
shorthand from a long time
Temple.
ago. Kind of fucked up by now. So, pretty much every Freemason lodge, like that's supposed to be modeled, like it's supposed to be a representation of Solomon's third temple.
Is it the third
And what-
temple or the fourth temple that's like the last temple?
Three and
The
a half.
third,
Three-
when
What-
Solomon's
what
3
third,
3/4.
No, it's like
no,
biblical.
no.
like
When
Solomon's
Solomon's third temple
temple.
falls, that's when the world ends, I
Okay,
believe,
thank you.
right?
It's the
So,
third.
so that's what the Freemasons modeled their shit after Solomon's fucking temple. Moose, shut the fuck up! I swear to God.
Don't feel like that YouTuber chick that threw her dog.
Does anybody
For
else?
real.
Anybody else got an opinion?
So
No.
yes,
Moon
so
was
that's what
trying
the
to let you know.
Freemasons are doing. They're doing their fucking super weirdo shit. Yeah, and they all worship Satan. They're all Luciferians. They fuck kids. They fuck each other. Like they're all gay males.
That's the ninth cult.
Yes. So that's what you were talking about earlier. The ninth call. The fucking they're all
the
fucking
elites.
kids,
Yeah.
and they like this can go
They
to the
hunt down
adrenochrome
little
thing.
boys
Like
and
they
shit.
get kids, like they torture kids to get their adrenaline going, and then they kill them and drink
That
their blood
is the
for
word I've been looking
adrenochrome.
for.
Whoa.
The adrenochrome.
I mean,
Adrenochrome.
Anybody interested should just like Google
Yes.
like black
Don't
Pope,
first off,
start
don't
from
Google
there.
it. Don't Google.
Yeah.
Go get a
An
darknet
alternate-
browser,
Actually,
Yes.
and then go to the darknet browser and then view it on
gonna
that
fuck
because
This
they
is all
don't
Yes.
want you to know.
I don't think I explained this very well, but I think everybody needs to go look up who the Black Pope is
yes.
and just kind of familiarize yourself
He's
with
not
it.
black.
No, it's just like his robes are black. And kind of just calling the shots of the world really is what it is.
That
And
like
it's
hurts my
fucking
mind to think
intense.
about. I just want to go
No,
home
it's
and cry.
disgusting.
But to think about it, you look at a president. And he's
I mean,
in
you got to
service
think
for
like all
4
these people
years.
in power are like taking orders from somebody. Like somebody's always looking up to somebody above them. You know?
Superior
things
General
are
of
very
Society of Jesus. Is this the Black Pope?
So basically, what you're
I mean,
saying
the
is
point
this guy's
research.
like,
You
okay,
have to research and research.
Yeah.
again.
So
And
yeah,
anytime-
it's a lot of research and
you
shit
have-
going into it, and
And all the things that we've ever been presented, you
Yeah.
can't validate them. So it's
But
just
in
finding
in
the
this
most
article
common
that I'm telling
things.
everybody to go read, it literally said like it kind of outlines like why wars have been fought. It tells you like I said, it was written like 15 to 20 years ago, and it like outlines shit going on like a couple years ago. Like it literally kind of talks about shit going into the future past what this book was written or past when it was written. It talks about shit in the future past that. So it's really interesting, and it does cite a lot of things, and it's not a bunch of I'm kind of spinning into like conspiracy type shit, but everything in there is cited and factual, and it's super interesting. Super fucking interesting. You on WoW yet?
Yes.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
you're
shit.
playing
Tom's in WoW over
I'm
here.
logged in.
Tom's
I
in
got
No
WoW
it.
wonder he's
vanilla.
been quiet.
It took like 90
Oh, shit.
minutes.
I'm over
dude.
here fucking.
Tom doesn't have to be a
Googling
part of this
facts.
podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been here the whole hour.
He's
I don't just chime in the last 10 minutes
he's
and
like-
interrupt the end. That's not what I do
Hey.
because I wouldn't do that. That's not me.
All right.
Because JFK.
I think we need to go.
Fucked us up.
I think we need to. How long have we been going right now?
Too long.
Hour and a half. We started late.
No, I
Yeah.
think that you should finish
Yeah.
the rest on
2
another
hours.
podcast.
We're at 2 hours.
Okay, we're at 2 hours. So do you guys want to do Clinton's next time?
Yeah, let's break.
You
it.
want to do Clinton's
Yeah.
next time?
That's how
Tom,
we
I know
need
you're
to-
itching to get home and play WoW. You fucking nerd.
Yeah, right.
I think that's a good
Sorry,
start.
Jess, I was getting you.
I think I'll end that one. I'll end that on. Everybody needs to go look up who the Black Pope is.
I
Because
literally was just checking out. Shit's weird.
I think
Shit's
that's
fucking weird.
I think that's one of the most important
I
things
just
that
want to
people
point
need
out
to
my
be,
phone quit working after I
knowing
tried
about.
to Google it. So
Yeah.
check
Exactly.
Try some
conspiracy.
different
Exactly.
internet
Let me
browsers.
add to that. Check out everything that you've ever been fucking told. Don't just
No,
believe
literally.
what the fuck
But
you
don't
turn
get
on your
the
TV.
loophole.
Literally.
Oh,
Also,
don't-
don't get depressed because it's kind of depressing going in the rabbit
But
hole.
still, check out everything they tell you because they're
Stay
fucking lying to
positive,
you.
We're here.
Stay positive.
Do you guys want to continue this next week, or you want to hop into normal shit next week, or
I'd
what y'all
kind
want
of
to do?
like to go back to normal, but
It doesn't
this
matter
is-
about what
Maybe
we
you
want.
should
It's about what
have
they
a
want.
separate
Evan's
interview.
scared.
It's what they want.
Just,
Yeah,
can you
interview
throw me a
her.
pin?
Interview
A
her.
pin?
Oh, not interview. I'm sorry.
We could have a single segment of just one conspiracy series a week.
Cheek.
I didn't know what.
Oh, single segment?
we were talking
Ooh,
about.
yeah, we could. We could
Conspiracy
do one
segment.
conspiracy theory a
I would be
week.
down for that. I would talk in that.
We can do Clinton's next week. Y'all want to do Clinton's next week?
I'm
That
down.
is such a broad spectrum of what you could talk about.
that
from
would
the
be a whole
Clintons.
episode.
Do we want to start from the beginning, the inception of their political
Yeah,
role
start
in the
right now,
United
go.
States?
Right now.
Whoa.
I mean, it's a topic
gotta
on here.
blow
We
it.
can do that.
You need to give me 2 weeks to get that full report done.
All right, well, you got a week to do it. You got a week to do that report.
I have other homework.
Okay, so it's 9:30. We'll what? We've been doing this for 2 hours.
Hour and 50.
Can we just do like
We
a
have a-
quick?
we-
Can I just do a quick breakdown? Right.
We have a solid fucking another 4 hours of this shit. So
Quick breakdown. If you're from Mexico City, you should look at the girl that did a yoga drop off a sixth floor balcony. Sorry. Her crouching tiger lotus was to die for. 110 bones
She
got
lives.
lost.
She lives.
jeez.
She crushed it.
I'm sorry. That's
crushed
really.
She smashed it, bro.
Morbid.
What?
It's morbid.
No, she lived.
That
She's
was
not dead.
rude. I'm
I
sorry.
said morbid, not rude.
That and the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Oh, that's the picture.
No way.
That's it, dude. And yo,
Wait,
look,
what?
your
Extreme
hands are
yoga.
gripped around
How
it.
stupid is this bitch?
Yeah.
Put that on screen for everybody.
Oh.
Oh, AOL. Why is AOL still even around?
110 bones were lost in the making of this photo.
110, huh?
They found
110.
him. They found him,
Wow,
but
they're
they
shattered.
they were shattered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she splattered.
She
lived. She
how many?
lived.
What? 80 feet.
She's lived.
She lived?
Yeah. 11 hours of surgery, and she'll be back to normal in like 10
Jesus
years.
Christ. She'll be back to normal. Never. Fuck this
She'll
bitch.
never be normal.
Whoa.
Fuck you,
don't be
Alexa.
She
rude.
broke both legs.
This bitch is stupid as hell.
Yeah, fuck this bitch.
We can do without her. We actually go further without her.
I'd be so
really.
mad if that was somebody
Hey,
I cared about. I'd
you're
be like, dude,
only
what
as
the
strong-
fuck were you doing?
You're only as strong as your weakest link, so we got to get rid of the
So don't
the
drop
weak
from a
ones.
fuck. Yeah.
Ouch.
This dumb bitch.
That's
Come on.
honestly, that's just next
Survival of the
level.
How
fittest has
stupid.
been.
I bet you she
yeah.
could do more push-ups than you.
She probably
Not
can,
anymore.
but She's stupid as fuck. Yeah, she
That was
could.
years ago,
She
but
could.
now-
Let's see
As
this-
of 3 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, let's see this bitch do a push-up contest now.
Damn.
Besides, she's not.
Whoa.
That's fucked.
This
I'm sorry.
idiot. This fucking
Besides that,
idiot.
in this fucking
100 fractures.
how many
100
fractures?
to both her arms and legs, hips, and head. How the fuck did she live falling 80
Hey, y'all,
feet?
y'all check
She
out my
should be
mixtape,
dead.
100 Fractures.
You probably wouldn't
come out
live
pretty
falling
soon.
80 feet.
I probably
What's
wouldn't.
Nah.
I think he would,
I
honestly.
think you should
What's
show
up?
some respect.
What's the
I think she
Respect.
should fucking not be
Throw some
stupid.
respect on it.
The asking for money. When she asked for donations.
They had friends and
Kill
family
me.
donating to
Kill
reconstruct
me.
her
No,
legs.
she don't. Trust me, she don't care. She's past donations now. Yeah, trust me.
She's an idiot.
Yeah, you're not gonna get donated
She's
$6
dumb.
million because you got
She's
$6
dumb as
million
hell.
in surgery.
Did y'all have anything else you want to spit out on this podcast? The conspiracy theory?
I'm
one?
sorry. I'm just hitting the vitals right here.
We got a
Okay.
bunch.
Hey,
we got a
did y'all
bunch
want to do just like one conspiracy theory per like episode now? Because like I got enough.
I don't know.
to
We,
go for a
we
while.
should probably talk about that not while we're on stream.
Probably
Okay,
so.
can we end on a positive
Yeah,
note?
can we end on
I
something
want to
good?
double check this fact, but I saw an article that said India in 12 hours planted 66 million trees.
Oh, that's old news, dog. Come on,
That
that's
was
like
in the last week. Fuck
that's,
you.
no, that's like 4 weeks ago, 3
Is
weeks
it
ago,
really?
4 weeks ago.
There's like a water shortage from trees they
I
planted.
got a piece so fucking bad.
Oh, dude,
There's
hold
like
it.
kids
Hold
dying.
Hold it. Hold it for the trees, bro.
First off, the Amazon's not a lung. The Amazon's not a lung for the world. That's not how this works, guys.
How does it work, Tom? Let's
Oh,
hear.
that is
We're
old
here.
news.
We're all ears.
Man, now I'm behind. Is that 2017?
Yep. 04 of July.
Fuck, dude, I'm gonna fire my secretary.
2 years ago.
Oh, shit. Well, props.
That's a fucking twig. Oh, there he is.
Is that a tree?
It's a palm tree.
Well, I guess it depends what kind of tree.
Give it
Well,
time.
I thought I had it.
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue
Dude.
with these stories. Is that David Letterman with a fucking white beard?
That is.
But yeah, that's wild. So Tori had to take a pee because he got child bladder. Tommy's out here.
Tom doesn't care about
Are we
the
doing two?
Amazon,
Are we doing
so,
2-year-old
you know.
news stories?
Yeah. You got any 4-year-old news?
Wow, 4-year-old. This guy.
Oh, the ShamWow guy. He got arrested.
Oh, for prostitution.
No, he bit a hooker's tongue.
Didn't he pass away?
Beta hooker son?
Oh, the slap chop guy. I'm lying. Not the ShamWow. The slap chop.
What is this?
The slap chop guy. Yeah, he
Bit a
bit a hooker's
hooker's
tongue.
tongue?
Yeah, it was a couple years back.
Slap chop?
Yeah, the slap chop guy. Yeah, that was a couple years back. Just for your 17 stories. We're doing the 17 recap.
We should do news stories that were relevant.
Slap
3
chop
years
bit
ago.
tongue. Yeah.
Are you guys talking about the slap chop guy?
Yeah, we're talking about the slap chop guy. He bit the tongue, dude.
Because you can hear this from the bathroom.
No, I can just hear the story.
Tongue,
You
dude.
know what I'm talking
Hey,
about?
his mugshot. Just look at the
Oh,
mugshot, dude.
he like beat up a whore or something. Right?
Yeah, she like bit his tongue. Look at the
A whore?
mugshot.
What a word, my friend.
We're doing stories from 17.
Damn, he fucked that bitch up. God, she fucked
She's
him up
happy
too.
about it, though.
She
She's like, I'm
should.
about to make this motherfucking paycheck.
Wait.
Just kidding.
I'm
India kind
so
of
Yeah, she looks happy. That battered woman with 2 bloody eyes looks
Is
fucking
that the same?
stoked.
Is that the chick he beat?
Allegedly.
sham
Alleged,
wow.
dude. We
It's
don't
a
know.
chamois. It's a towel. It's a sham wow.
I can't verify.
Why'd y'all pull this guy
That's
up?
the guy.
We're talking news stories from
News
17.
stories.
He brought up that Indian news story from June 2nd,
We need a
17.
rep.
So they asked if I knew any news stories from years ago.
Told you that
And
shit
I
was
said the
off.
slap
Tommy
chop
wanted
guy
to
got
deflect
bit.
because he doesn't care about the Amazon forest.
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Told y'all that shit was
Well,
all
thank you so
news.
much for listening to Bikes and Bullshit. This is
Yeah, this was bullshit
another-
today.
yeah, another
conspiracy
great
bullshit.
installment.
Love it. We'll we'll have to pick these conspiracies up another time. Conspiracies.
Right.
Zeitgeist, go watch it.
Conspiracies. What'd you say?
Zeitgeist.
Yeah, Zeitgeist.
Start
Go watch
there.
it. Go look up the Black Pub. Go look up fucking Loose Change. Look up every goddamn conspiracy you
That
can.
looks
Loose
like
change,
Ty
yeah.
Lopez
I swear
like
to
on
God.
cocaine.
The Panama
Like,
Papers.
get this
Go look them all
fucking-
up. False
Operation
flag.
Paperclip.
False
Bringing
flag.
Nazis over here. Fucked off. Tom, what are we doing this weekend? What are you doing this weekend? Anything?
Not getting my bike stolen.
Wow, too soon.
Wow. He found his
Dare I
bike. It's
say.
cool. It's fine.
Yeah, right.
Cool. Evan, what are you doing this weekend?
I'm gonna tell all my friends to buy cargo vans so their bikes don't get stolen.
Labor Day
Okay,
weekend. Hey, you can see in the security footage, my van is clearly safe from the thief. So that's another
Can I
topic.
say first one to cargo van?
Next one.
I'm just
But yeah.
kidding.
I'm
Hey,
not
Cole.
so-
So
Phil, I'm
basically,
glad
neither of
made
you
it.
guys are doing shit this weekend.
It's Labor Day.
I
Playing
heard-
well.
Labor Day.
I heard-
What are we doing?
Playing well.
Pornhub
We'll be
is
on
gonna
the
have
boat.
like a free
It'll be a good
download
time.
We're going
hour.
to the boat.
Yeah, they got a free week.
I'll be in the boat.
Pornhub. What? Whoa. Where's the boat? I'm just kidding.
I
We're
don't know.
invited on the boat, so we can't
We're on-
invite.
No,
on
I'm
the
gonna
boat.
buy a boat. Fuck y'all. Y'all are not invited.
Bust out another $1,000.
I mean, we
Fucked
would
up.
invite you on the
Oh.
boat if it was our boat.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna buy
Get
my
it
own
first.
boat.
Fucked up.
Put
I'll
it
be on the boat though.
payments.
I'm going.
Y'all-
Hang out all
Y'all
weekend
catch
and
me out there
return it Monday.
wakeboarding. Y'all catch me out there wakeboarding, dude.
Let me drive the boat.
Wake surfed yet?
Let me drive the boat.
Unless
No.
Unless you're doing it with a
You gotta
beer.
get wake surfing.
I've heard that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
No, we
I've-
heard it's
I've heard it's
great.
fun as
Woke
fuck.
woke surfing.
Because when you
Woke
crash,
surfing.
it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, but I like to work out at the same time.
Yeah,
What?
that's
I heard it's like.
Why you gotta be a
physically
show
different.
off? Because we're on athletic and we drink
Right.
beer. Yeah.
I'm not
Ridiculous.
as.
Ridiculous.
This is the peak of
truly
male performance. Right here.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this bitch up.
Fuck it.
We didn't say anything about bikes, so it's just
No,
bullshit.
this one was bullshit. Yes,
was
absolutely.
bullshit.
I'm
Absolutely.
still offended you didn't rate the crash of the 370s or the 350s he losing his tire. I sent that to you really hoping I'd make
We
an episode.
we
We
put
did
that
that
up last
time.
week.
Hey, what's
Did
your
we
crash
play
of the
We
plane
played
going into
it,
the
yeah.
Pentagon?
It
I
was
should
on
quit
my
drinking.
desktop and
I'm
everything.
sorry,
The,
guys.
the plane going in the Pentagon. You gonna rate that crash? Oh shit, grab that.
Too soon.
What's the fake crash?
Don't remember.
Yeah, how y'all rating that one?
Damn, we should have rated that crash.
Three
yeah.
Zimas out of three Zimas right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually,
Oh,
no
man.
Zimas out of no
0 out of
Zimas.
3.
No Zima out of 6 Zimas because it's
I'm gonna
fake.
completely
as
disassociate
fuck.
from this situation.
Yep. All right. Tom, y'all follow Pickles at P1CKLEZ. He follow Evan over here at Careless.
Hey, add me on WoW
KRELESS.
Classic. Hey, y'all
Yeah,
add me
please
on
follow
WoW
me.
Classic.
Just kidding. I don't care.
PKLZ. Crime Crusher
Yeah,
server.
no.
Crime Crusher.
Horde. See y'all.
Lame. All right. We'll be back next week. We have more conspiracies and probably other bullshit too.
More bullshit.
Bikes and bullshit.
Mostly bullshit.
Burp, burp, burp.